Man, how y'all doing? Motherfucking welcome to Mysteries, man. Mysteries here on the goddamn country. We got a Temadahan Brockus, motherfucking my main man, Schmeckle, the unapologetic Canadian. And you know me, I'm fucking Tom Pease from Pnoid motherfucking news out here getting it the fuck in. The topic tonight is going to be goddamn Atlantis. And they told me, hey, Tom, man, fucking you said you got some shit to air out. So why don't you do the fucking intro? So I figured I'd do the fucking intro. I think Schmeckle done found the cricket and fucking killed it. You know what I'm saying? So that drama's the fuck over with. But in the meantime, I want to have a conversation with these bitch ass motherfuckers that continue to talk shit and talk reckless, act like they fucking smooth, and then stand here and go behind the motherfuckers back and talk shit. Look here, man. Look, I know you think that big dog you running with's gonna fucking protect you, but believe me, it's heart pump Kool-Aid. All right? You're not built like that. You're not made that way. And as far as I'm concerned, you can eat a bag of fucking dicks. All right. I know you fucking was standing here fucking combing your mom's fucking hair when you was a fucking kid. And you stood here and heard her take miles and miles of cock every fucking night and shit. You know what I mean? You fucking entitled. You think your ass ain't off. You think you above everybody the fuck else. And you ain't got to follow fucking orders or show no basic fucking respect. But the truth of the matter is that I'm fucking Tom Pease. You want my fucking crown, you come get it. This ain't the Discovery Channel, nigga. Shark Week's the fuck over. All right, let's move on. Atlantis, homie. Atlantis. You know what I mean? Fucking
Man, before we move on, I need some context for that. Who the fuck you yelling at?
They know who the fuck I'm talking to. They heard me. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be what the fuck it is.
Oh, all right. I guess they'll have to figure it out on their own.
It'll be the situation. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. I'm tired of these little niggas out here fucking yapping these crabs in the fucking bucket trying to pull the motherfucker down with them and shit. That's not how the fuck things operate. You know, when it really comes like, bro, fuck that. I'm not fucking here for you to fucking stand here, pull on my fucking legs and make your way out of the goddamn bucket. You know what I mean? You want to make your fucking bones, make your bones on your own. Fucking put some goddamn content out. Handle your fucking business like a fucking man. You want to fucking take my fucking crown, you come fucking take it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a fucking bitch and backbite and act like a little fucking girl and talk shit and actually you're gonna fucking climb the popularity chain, because that's not how the shit works. I'm a boss level character. Ask any nigga out here. The reason I say Tom Pease got authority. You know why? Because Tom Pease is authority, motherfucker. Know your fucking position and back the fuck down. Anyway, Atlantis, nigga. Right? So Plato talked about Atlantis. It was the first mention of it. He was, if you know who Plato is, Plato was the fucking guy. He was Socrates' pupil, right? And fucking he was talking about Atlantis. And he spoke of Atlantis, and a lot of people think it was like a moral story. You know what I'm saying? He said 9,000 years before now, there was a fucking, you know what I mean, a philosophical island on the sea, and it had like interlocking rings of water and land. And it was a beautiful society, and they had all this, and it was lavish and all these things. And they ended up fucking turning their back on the gods. And overnight, their fucking city was swallowed by the ocean, right? And that was like the first mention of Plato. Right. And since then, like, you know, I mean, fucking historians have been looking for it ever since we found Plato's works and translated them with the Rosetta Stone back in like the 1920s or some shit. Anybody do any actual research on this?
Well, actually, the first mention of Atlantis goes back to Acadia. It was mentioned as a city on the ocean that sank. There's some stuff in India that suggests it was Atlantis as well. Plato wasn't transcribed by the Rosetta Stone. As far as I know, Plato was transcribed prior to that, with his works being saved through the Alexandrian libraries. There's about 60 years between Plato and Socrates.
Okay. Gotcha. Man, listen, man got many motherfuckers out here getting it the fuck done.
I'm pulling shit out of my ass from college. So, like, it's been a minute, man.
Yeah, but fucking they were standing here and they talked about Plato was the first one to mention Atlantis by name, right? He was the first one that named it and stood here and actually said it was like a real place, you know, and like, so people, historians and fucking geologists have been looking for it forever, and they've been searching like sea bottoms and all this type of shit, you know, and nobody knows whether or not it was actually a real place. And the evidence that has been put forward here in the past. Yo, fucking murder that cricket, Smeckle, for fuck's sake. God damn. There's a dude named Randall Carlson, and he's been on the Joe Rogan podcast a couple of times. And he has a theory about a massive comet that came into the fucking solar system, right? And when it came into the solar system, it broke up and its pieces hit Earth on the top of the fucking on the glaciers in North America and end up releasing all these these giant lakes that were on top of the glaciers and basically just wiped out all the megafauna on the North American continent. You know what I mean? Fucking that was like during like 13,000 to 10,000 years ago, some shit like that. And it also happened in Russia as well.
Okay. It also affected, there was also, wasn't the timeline suggested that Atlantis existed shortly before Pompeii blew or something like that?
No, they said They said 9,000 years before fucking Plato. So fucking Vesuvius would have been Roman. So no. And fucking.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, Krakatoa not. So he said it existed 9,000 years before him. MAGA fauna, MAGA bitches. You know what I'm saying? Make America great again. Hashtag white trash no state. That's how the fuck we're doing things right now. Watching the motherfucking chat. But anyway, yeah, fucking Pompeii blew hundreds of years after Plato died as well. So no, we're talking about something that happened 9,000 years before Plato. They also have found recently ancient civilizations that date back 14,000 years, right? So it's kind of fucking up the whole community as far as things is concerned in historical documents, as far as how shit's supposed to be.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, fucking Ray Stone knows some shit over here. Fucking, he said.
I'm not really surprised that we're only now discovering a lot of old fucking civilizations, old shit and stuff like that, because the library at Alexandria has been lost to time for a very, very long time. And those were supposedly, that was supposedly the area that had all the records throughout humanity that had ever been recorded to that point.
Yo, what was the name? What was the name of that fucking place, man? They just fucking found over in Turkey. Anybody have any idea?
I need more than that to go off of.
There's a dig site they found in Turkey. The place was like fully buried. They said it was like one of the first instances of human civilization.
No, I haven't heard anything about this. The last place I heard that was really old was in Africa, not Turkey.
Hang on.
And up in like the Switzerland area. That must be really, really new.
There it is, found in Turkey. The second search result. I'm trying to figure it. Hang on, man. Like fucking, I should have done some of this shit earlier, but I was, busy doing some shit.
If I had known I was going to be on this, I would have refreshed my memory. But
I feel you. Fucking, I should have done some more motherfucking research myself.
But Schmeckel's an ass that never tells me things ahead of time.
I didn't know you were coming on here until like 20 minutes ago.
Dude, you gave me an hour to figure. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. There's a bunch of shit in the surrounding Cappadocia region that have been known as the home of what's pronounced the world's most exquisite collection of underground cities and villages. Several million years ago, intense volcanic activity shrouded the region under several layers of ash. Eons of erosion then whittled the deposits down to a spectacular landscape of conical rock formations. Yeah, there's a bunch of places that are underneath of Turkey, and they're massive fucking temples in fucking Turkey and shit.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's been a while since I actually read all this shit, but it's an ancient city hidden under Turkey that actually got engulfed by like volcanic and earthquakes and all kinds of shit like that. One of the things you're probably talking about is the
Göbekli
Tepe.
Yeah, Göbekli Tepe, some shit like that.
Yeah, it's an ancient fucking temple. It's apparently what they're saying is based off of what they've actually discovered, quite possibly the very first temple in that area.
Well, there's also talk that some of the buried cities in India, one of them could be Atlantis as well. They can't even decide on where Atlantis actually is.
Yeah.
Buried cities in India. I thought the one thing they were clear on was it was supposed to be underwater.
Well,
I feel you, but
that's
what I'm saying is there's a bunch of shit, you know what I mean, that fucking, you know, like
because
they
that's
don't
what
really
Homer
know.
said.
Yeah.
That's what Homer said. And Homer is considered the greatest historian of Greek history, but
The greatest historian of Greek history, but a bunch of his stories had like
nothing to do with
No,
reality.
no, he wasn't.
sirens,
He
and gorgons.
wasn't.
Shit.
Yeah, he wasn't the best. You know what I mean?
Well,
he's
motherfucker wasn't a very good historian.
He
No,
was
he's-
the most well known. His stories are still studied and talked about to this day.
He was prolific, not good at his job.
No, he was a poet above everything else. He's a former soldier who was very good at writing, very good at weaving tales and shit like that. And he was essentially known as one of humanity's or one of history's greatest storytellers. The Odyssey is still talked about to this day.
Yeah, the Odyssey and the Iliad both. But if he was a poet and a storyteller, then he did his job. He did his job well. He was a
Herodotus,
historian. He was fucking up badly.
the best
He was not a
Greek,
historian.
the best Greek historian was Herodotus, right? He's the reason.
Herodotus?
Herodotus, Herdotus.
That's
Right.
It's Herodotus, I think. I think there's a letter
Herodotus.
missing.
There's the Greek and the Roman translations to each of their fucking names.
Yeah, like all
Thank
of it's
you.
been fucking anglicized. But fucking Herodotus is a fucking dude who he stood here and he's the reason why we know about the Trojan War. He's the reason we know about the 300 at what the hell is that place called? I can never remember. Huh? Thermopylae. He's the reason
the
we
hot
know
gates
about,
was called Thermopylae.
yeah, he's the reason we know about the Assyrians, you know, because most of this shit was burnt down in the Library of Alexandria, like right after the fucking Greeks fell and shit.
No, it was burnt down by the Muslims because one of the 7 libraries, only one of them was saved.
Yeah.
So
Schmeckle, check Twitter DMs quickly, please, and thank you.
God damn it, making me do work.
I'm sorry.
Making me do work.
yeah, we found Troy a long time ago. I know.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
sorry,
get
I
that
don't-
there.
After Herodotus, right? But I'm saying, like, yo, it wasn't really after Herodotus. It really wasn't, man. Like, fucking, it was. Herodotus wrote about the Battle of Thermopylae. You know what I mean? Fucking, he's the only reason we really actually know about it in general. I mean, fucking, that's just, it is what it is. Whatever, I don't fucking care. Like, yo, I'm trying my best here, all right? I'm not a fucking historian. We want to talk about fucking Atlantis and shit and the possibilities at all. There's one in the Aegean Sea. There's one off the Bahamas. There's one down in the Indian Ocean. And I think one in the Mediterranean.
Yeah, they're all over the place. That's the problem. We don't know which one is which, and we don't know if any of them actually have any real advanced technology.
Yeah, because most of the shit would have dissolved at this point. You know what I mean? Especially underneath the seawater and all the casing and all the shit that happened in your past, like, fucking, 10,000 years, 11,000 years at this point.
Ray Stone says you guys are fucking the timeline worse than Pnoid fucks dogs for $1 million.
Goddamn, nigga.
Battle Thermopylae was after Herodotus?
Yes.
He was dead by then.
Yeah.
I don't think. And I mean, I don't know. I was listening to Dan Carlin's fucking hardcore history, and he said Herodotus was the reason that we know about the fucking Battle of Thermopylae. You know what I mean? So fucking, I'm going off of what Dan Carlin told me. All right. You know what I mean? I'm doing my motherfucking best here to put information together as a goddamn YouTuber.
He says he was wrong by a century. He too fucked the timeline.
Okay, so yeah, we're talking about ancient times here, people. So please stop holding us to exact lines. We're talking about information that has been transcribed through sometimes 6 different languages to get to us. Bear with us a little bit.
None of them niggas spoke English, in case you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking
English
Gerard
didn't
Butler.
exist.
That was the worst thing about people in the past. They couldn't fucking learn English.
I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, fucking, numbers was invented by ancient Mexicans to steal fucking work from the Romans.
It really seems weird to me that Mexicans came up with math. How you doing, apathetic ranter?
How you doing?
Hey, Ranter.
Bro, let me turn off my camera real fast.
Watch it or I'm going to call the Zerg.
I'm sorry, the dreads look like Harrigan. The first thing I thought of. First thing.
It's cool. My husband was like, yeah, you're that bitchy too.
Well, no, the whole reason, like, because I've listened to you guys for a while now. I love the stream. I love the streams you guys put on. But the Atlantis theory or the whole conspiracy theories or where it could be or what it could be fascinates me because, what was it, like 50 years ago or 60 years ago, we didn't even believe Troy existed?
Yeah. Even though we were, even though people were walking on it daily.
Yeah. So, for all we know, Atlantis could be Sicily. For all we know.
It could be, yeah.
She just got buried, and that's just like the tallest mountain.
Yeah, well, especially since the nation of Italy isn't shaped the way it was 1,000 years ago. Or I'm sorry, 3,000 years ago. Its shape has changed because it's had so much volcanic activity.
Well, not just that, but the sea levels have rose and fallen since then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, and there's been several volcanoes and earthquakes and plate tectonics and things. It's changed quite a bit. It's pretty busy.
By the way, Pnoid was correct. It is said that Herodotus was the one who brought us that story.
I'm Tom Pease, bitches. I'm smarter than you.
Dude,
bitches.
you got it from the fucking chat.
You,
Fuck you. You got it from the chat. It wasn't your information. Don't go doing that shit.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It was too. I was off the top of my head. Herodotus?
For shit, it was in the chat, you fucking liar.
No, I looked that shit up off of Google.
You said it after it showed up on the chat.
No, Atema, we have been talking about covering this subject for the last several hours, so I wouldn't be surprised if you did actually look it up.
Yeah, and not only that, like I heard about Herodotus from Dan Carlin.
Who?
I'm smarter than you, bitches. I'm smarter than you.
That doesn't make you smarter than anybody, Tom. You can keep trying, though.
Smile, man. Yo, you need to stop it. I'm like, yo, stop every time a man says he's smart. You know what I mean? It don't mean you
put your penis away, little boy.
You know what I'm saying? That's not the deal.
Put your penis away.
No. Look here, you feel some sort of kind of way because you're missing a cup of gray matter compared to me. It's all right.
Wait. Athema, you need to realize that he's just acting out his character. What's the one thing a gorilla will do when he sees a pretty lady in his little zoo enclosure? He'll get up and he'll just start jacking off.
And throwing shit.
And
throwing shit.
Let me test.
And throwing shit.
That's what monkeys do.
Let me test Pnoid's knowledge of Thermopylae in this one. Who was the Greek that betrayed Leonidas?
Hercules.
It wasn't
It's the only
hundreds of years after his time, you asshole.
Troy.
Democritus.
Nah, man. It was a hunchback dude. I know that much.
What was his name?
Oh, the Notre Dame guy, Quasimodo.
Quasimodo. It was
Ephialtes, you assholes.
Again, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew one thing. I feel good about that. You know what I'm saying? Can I just not feel good about knowing one thing?
No, you can't. You can't feel good about a fucking thing, Tom.
Yo, let me have my small victories.
Your melon-sized basketballs just for fucking, for the fun, for the lols.
I like my small victories. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while.
That's because that's all you got.
Exactly. Sometimes that's all you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been through 2 marriages, all right? And I mean, I made that choice whether to be right or be married. You know what I'm saying? I chose to be right. You know what I mean? I took those small victories and I fucking beat my dick with them at night. It is what it is.
All right. Now, speaking of like theories and shit people being right about, you mentioned earlier the architectural and religious spread theory. How certain places, like you look at the pyramids in South America and you look at the early pyramids in Egypt, and they're basically the same. The architectural details are different, but the overall structure is the same.
Yeah. Right. Not only that, like there's actually building techniques that were used, right? In the pyramids in South America, they had like what looked like dog bones inside of them, like in between the fucking bricks where they poured in copper and like fucking like I don't know, I guess it was a copper cast. I don't know what the deal was, but that's how they actually held the bricks in place. And it's like that in a lot of different places in the world as well. So there's a lot of thought pattern that this is not the first time any of this has happened. Like if you ask modern historians, they'll say that like the South Americans never even invented the fucking wheel, but they built all those massive temples and shit.
Yeah, but okay. Now I'm gonna go into ancient alien theory, but not really.
Get it in, man. Get it in. Let's do it, man. I love this shit. I love this fucking shit, man.
My personal theory is that no intelligent life from another planet has ever come here. That's never happened. Mostly because physics, if physics as we know it is anywhere remotely correct, space travel is not possible. At least interstellar from star to star, system to system, is never going to be possible unless we invent cryo fucking stasis.
I don't think that's right though.
But I mean, but that's if our physics are wrong. Right now,
our physics are wrong as fuck.
Yeah. But my theory is, if you look at it, started with me reading into string theory and the whole like separate universes shit.
Yeah,
it's a lot more feasible because now we actually have evidence of shit escaping a black hole. It was only like radio waves or some shit, but they recorded this. They have proof that something was ejected from the corona of a black hole. That something or some people, whatever, from another parallel universe could have came over. And of course, their technology would have been far more advanced to the point where they would seem like fucking gods. Spread building techniques to different peoples, but they also spread religions, or at least religions were based on them. That's why if you look at all the ancient religions, I think out of all of them, there's only one of them that's monotheistic, and that's Zoroastrianism.
All right.
All of them have a pantheon. All of them have a head god. They all have gods representing certain things, which if you think in terms of a college, people who were, the masters of something, they understand something to the point where they seem like gods with their knowledge. So if you go to like the Norse pantheon or like the Netherlands type area, their pantheon is very similar to the Greeks and very similar to the Egyptians and very similar, though their whole shit's real animalistic in South America.
Well, what if these civilizations weren't the first go around?
The only similarities that the gods of Norse and Egypt have is they're capable of... Are you
living inside of a refrigerator?
No.
No, it's called it being hot.
It's my fucking AC in the background. You shut your goddamn mouth, Pnoid.
You're living inside of a fucking refrigerator.
Shut your fucking gorilla mouth, Pnoid. I'm talking. Anyways, the only actual similarities between the various pantheons that were just named are specifically this. The Norse gods are capable of actually dying. The Egyptian gods are also capable of dying. However, the Egyptian gods are also capable of resurrection, whereas the Norse gods are not. The Greek and Roman gods are basically the same thing.
You are wrong, sir. You are wrong. The Norse gods are capable of resurrection because if you actually go into their whole story about Ragnarok, Balder and several other gods who had died before Ragnarok come back to help repopulate the world.
Yeah, that wasn't real resurrection. That was end of the world type shit. All the worlds started to open up to each other.
There is There is a separation between Asgard as a realm and Valhalla. Should a fallen warrior be considered worthy, they will find themselves in the halls of Valhalla, which is within Asgard. But if a Norse god dies, they will actually be in Valhalla until Ragnarok.
Yeah,
once Ragnarok
Balder went to hell.
Come back.
Balder went to hell.
It wouldn't matter.
To land of the dead.
Yes, he went to Niflheim.
Yes, Niflheim is still all connected.
Yeah, they're all connected, but Niflheim's a whole different realm than Asgard.
And Hela would have allowed Balder to come back because even though she, knows that there's no hope for the fucking gods to actually stop Ragnarok, she would still allow them that little bit of fucking hope just before they die again.
No, this was after the events of Ragnarok because it's the whole, they call it the chess game of life, at least in the books I read. That was because, the whole trying to translate it to a different society. 2 of Thor's sons live, 2 humans live, and they end up throwing rocks behind themselves to repopulate, which goes in the Pnoid's theory about shit repeating, because we have all these religions that have these end-of-the-world stories, and yet humanity lives on. Somehow.
It's called hope.
Anyways, the point I was trying to also get into is the only actual differences is that the Greek gods, the Greek/Roman gods, they're basically the same people, just renamed. They're incapable of death. Death to a Greek god is castration. That's it. That is what is considered to be death to a god in the Greek pantheon. Because they can no longer procreate, because they can't fuck anymore, they're considered dead. They're useless, and they just keep doing what they do, just without a dick.
I get what you mean.
I'd kill myself if you took my dick away.
There could be an explanation to that if you go with the whole them being influenced by ancient visitors, is that the Greeks were the only ones who never witnessed one of them dying, so therefore death was never written into the poems and stories about those individuals. Because so far, that's the only one. If you look at the South American mythology, those gods are killing each other all over the place. If you look at the Egyptian mythology, there was like the whole Horus. Was it Horus?
Horus versus
Horus is the god of resurrection, essentially, because he's the one who was born of a virgin human. He's the one who dies and comes back, dies and comes back, dies and comes back. Basically, Jesus was designed after the image of Horus. Let's be honest.
And then in the Norse mythology, they all fucking die. And in fact, the death of Balder is like a huge story in Norse mythology.
The death of Balder is only a huge. Balder was not the god of war.
No, Balder was like the god of beauty or some shit.
Yeah, the death of Balder is only significant because of the punishment that came after.
And supposedly the death of Balder was supposed to be one of the signs of Ragnarok happening. So Freya went through the entire 9 realms and made every plant, mineral, and creature swear an oath to never harm him, except for mistletoe. Loki formed a dart out of the mistletoe and had his blind brother throw it at him, and it killed him.
Balder is the god of light, joy, and purity.
Yeah. He's literally the fucking Tumblr at fucking bitch of fucking gods, and he's the one who gets fucking ganked.
He's the pretty bitch. That's why Thor is better than him. Because Thor was the god of fucking strength and all kinds of other crazy shit.
Fuck you! Lou is better. You want to have a fight? I'm gonna fight you. Lou is better.
Balder was essentially a pointless god. He had domain over pointless shit, and his only real role was to die.
He was literally the first woman in the refrigerator.
I'm going to say Sniggles bombing people with the Tide Pods to cleanse them. You know what I'm saying? It is much stronger than fucking Thor, is where I'm at right now.
No. Balder was also the god of summer, so there was a point to him. In the north, where it's fucking cold and freezing all the goddamn time and snow and all that shit, you kind of really like the god that brings warmth and summer to you.
Which is why I was standing up for Lou.
Yeah, but no, the reason I bring it up in the whole ancient aliens or them being from an alternate universe and somehow having the technology to kind of slide into another universe, the whole slider fucking meme shit, is because if Atlantis say their home base, and that's how it was the center of them kind of going out to the different areas of the world, seeding them with the same archaeology or architectural concepts and inspiring the same religious concepts, whenever tying into Pnoid's theory about how there was some kind of comet or something that rained fucking catastrophe on the fucking earth, they could have just dipped the fuck out.
Could have. You know, I've actually watched videos where they said that shit actually fucking happened, and like it was connected with the Druids and the Hebrews, and you know what I'm saying, like it was like male and female. Like there's some crazy videos on the internet. You know what I'm saying? That'll make you go, you motherfuckers are goddamn retarded. Yeah. In particular, from them people who wear crystals on their fucking foreheads. But you know, fucking yeah. So. Okay, I want to explain some space travel shit real quick because there was like a dude in the chat who's, I think it was fucking the Guardian.
Before you address that, I would like to point out that Shy Willie says hashtag creepy van, hashtag stalker, and Brockus responds with hashtag divorced. Go on.
Okay. Tom, no.
No what?
No.
No, what?
What are you going to try to say about space?
Yo, I'm gonna say some stuff about
Like
space.
really high up.
Right. Number one, it's really high up. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get there, you're probably gonna need some rockets and shit. But secondly, right, fucking like Albert Einstein spoke about space as being the aether, right? It's like a fucking space between spaces, but it has a mass to it, right? It has a negative and positive charge depending on where you are inside of space and how that shit works. Is like that's the reason. What?
No.
That's what Einstein said.
No, you're misunderstanding the concept.
That's
He was
what
talking
Einstein
about
said.
ionic and anionic charges within gas clusters in space, not the space between space.
No, he said space has a negative or positive charge, the aether, because he was never in space. He theorized that space had a negative or positive
And
charge.
it was wrong.
How do we know it's wrong?
Cosmic microwave background radiation and spectrometry or spectrography.
Word? I mean, because like, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking we ride around on something.
No.
It has to have some type of mass.
And you know what, man? The horizon's always flat.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we ride around on something. Like, there's a reason why the Earth is attracted to the
Einstein
fucking sun.
also theorized all of his mathematical equations for space on a linear plane. He worked everything from a flat perspective, like we were just on an X and Y grid, because that's all he had to work with. We have now since then discovered that he was totally wrong on how he worked those equations, and we've had to rework everything. That doesn't change the theory of relativity. That's because that's the speed of light, and that doesn't matter because of the way it travels.
Well, the speed of light is fluctuational.
No,
it changes.
No, it's a constant, dude.
No, it's not a constant.
Yes, it is.
The speed of
light
is
a fucking constant. No.
Yes.
No, the only thing that affects the speed of light is other forces. Gravity is not a force, it is a wave.
Gravity's a force.
No, it's a wave.
It's a wave?
I don't think it's a wave.
Yeah.
I don't
it's
think
a wave.
anything
This is
affects
the
speed of light.
All right, so light bends around the sun, right? It bends around large objects.
Its speed. It doesn't change its speed. It just bends.
No, it changes its speed depending on fucking like
No,
if the light goes by a black hole, it gets sucked in.
And that doesn't change its
trajectory. It'll
speed.
change
It
its
moves at the
trajectory
same
and
fucking
speed.
speed the whole time, Tom. It moves at the same rate of speed the whole time.
It changes. I'm telling you.
No, the rate of speed doesn't change.
The speed
It is
of
a
light is not a constant.
It is a constant.
It's not a constant.
Okay, wait. Let me phrase this in a way that I think will clear a lot of this shit up. Ray Stone said it in the chat, I think. The speed of light is a number. Light itself can be slowed, but that doesn't change the speed of light. I don't know if light can be slowed, but the speed of light is a set number. It's a specific number that is the speed of light.
Universal constant. Tom, why are you trying to tell me what I fucking studied in college?
I know you're smart. You know I got respect for you, but I'm pretty sure the speed of light is not constant.
It is a goddamn
Tom, just
constant,
type in
Tom.
and Google the word speed of light right now, Tom.
I'm going.
I would argue that photons maybe can be slowed, but what she's talking about is like the maximum speed of light, the fastest thing, according to Einstein's theory of relativity, that can exist. It's like just a constant speed limit. Nothing can go faster than that. Photons having such a huge mass or such a small, insignificant mass to the point that we really can't even measure it. And they're going, that's as fast as it can go. That's the speed of light.
Tom.
Hang on, I'm reading.
My sexy husband is going to say something to you.
What up?
186,000 miles per second. It is the law. Get used to it.
299,792, 458 meters per second.
No, per second squared. He didn't say per second per second. That's the only thing he didn't say.
Well, I know, just said second, didn't say squared.
Yes, you can freeze light, but that doesn't change the fact that it is a fucking constant. The speed at which light travels does not change. The photons and the exchange of energy may change, but the speed of light as a constant does not change.
Hang on, wait.
No, you're not gonna wait.
Hang on, man. I'm reading things right now.
Last time we talked about this.
I'm reading things right now. It says the speed at which light propagates through transparent materials such as glass or air is less than c. Primarily, the speed of electromagnetic waves and wire cables is slower than c. The ratio
That
between
is
c and the speed
not
of v.
the speed of light, Tom.
Joe, you're talking about speed of light in a vacuum.
We are not talking about speed of light in a vacuum. We are talking about speed of light as per Einstein, because that's where you're getting this. The speed of light
squared, which is mass
is
times
a
minus energy
fucking
equivalence.
constant.
E equals MC
Period.
has nothing to do with the speed of light.
It does too.
No, that's the whole relativity thing.
So the speed of light in air is 299.
The speed of light plays into
right?
it, but it has nothing to do
Per
with
second,
how-
okay, per second squared, per second squared.
Which is 90 kilometers per second slower.
Oh, Jesus.
You said the wrong number. Instead of 2.86, you said 1.86. Okay, sorry. It's now turned into Tom is right, because that speed of light is not a constant, apparently, because you can shoot it through glass and that slows it down. So that means the speed of light itself isn't a constant, because it's not Newton's first law. A body acted upon by another body is going to change the force of the body.
Yeah, I got you. I'm not arguing that if you leave it alone, it won't be fucking moving at the exact same speed all the time. But I'm saying there are things inside of the universe that enact upon the speed of light, that enact upon light to change the speed.
Tom, you brought up E equals MC squared, right?
Yeah.
And you know what that means, right? Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared, right?
There we go.
The speed of light is the constant in that formula that makes it possible to figure the shit out.
Mass times energy equals equivalence.
What?
It's equivalence.
What did you just fucking say?
Mass times energy. That's what the E is in MC.
No.
No, if anything, energy over mass would be the speed of light squared.
Mass
Where are
times
you
energy
going?
squared times equals equivalence.
Oh my god.
That
Equals
just sounded like
energy. Sorry.
Mass
Well, okay,
times
here.
energy equals equivalence. That's what the E stands for.
The
Wait,
E
yeah,
stands
mass.
for energy. No, the E stands for
Yeah,
energy.
the E is energy. The M is
Energy
mass, and
equals
C
mass
is the
times a
speed of
constant
light.
squared. Energy equals a mass times constant squared.
But
All right,
yo, the
just
speed
to-
of light changes depending on what it's going through, is what I'm saying. So like, yo, it gets enacted upon by other forces inside of the universe, is where I'm at. So it's not a constant.
Yes, it is.
It's so constant that it's the thing we use as a constant in fucking.
to move along, because I think I know what Pnoid's trying to get to. But even if we can move 100 times faster than the speed of light, or some advanced species could, there is no way they could travel from any sort of other galaxy to ours, or even their solar system to ours, unless they were like the fucking aliens from Independence Day and ransacked any planet with any sort of life-sustaining fucking material, be it food, fucking water, oxygen, shit like that. That's the only way they could survive traveling, because of the immense amounts of fucking time it would take, even 100 times the speed of light.
Yes. Yes, even if we could move it 1,000 times the speed of light, it would still take a long time, because the universe is like millions of, well, okay, trillions of miles long. We actually don't know if it's infinite or not. You are correct. I think more what we need to think about in terms of space travel and things is folding space, wormholes, stuff like that, rather than FTL, because I don't think FTL is really viable. Plus, it takes a fuck ton of energy.
But the reason I brought up the aether, right, and because I brought up the electrical fucking magnetism inside of the fucking aether, I believe that we could possibly move off of that.
No.
Well, they have developed something. I forget like the actual fucking scientific name for it, but it's something like solar wind catchers. They're basically sails that are thin enough that when photons move through them and other microscopic fucking particles move through them, it actually helps push the ship along, but you're going at like a really slow speed.
Yeah.
It's incredibly slow.
Yeah.
But since there's almost no friction in space, there's a little bit. There's a tiny, tiny little bit. But that's what they can use to kind of move without using energy. But that would take, God, the ship would disintegrate by the time it made it like anywhere.
Yeah, it would decay. It would decay.
Well, I got you, right? What I'm saying is, though, is like, if we use magnets, right?
Oh God, don't go ICP on me, dude. Don't
Magnets?
Yeah.
Magnets? No, because the magnets, you've got to understand that every mass you go by, every bottle of mass you go by is going to have its own magnetic force. Everything has its own magnetospheres, has its own magnetic interaction. That is a really inaccurate way and unstable way to travel. Now, if you wanted to go with ionic magnetism and you're talking about polarity of molecules, that might be able to be something that could work, but it's still, you know, without an ion fusion drive that's sustainable and not deadly to humans, it's not even something to consider. And even then, it's not a very effective way to travel. We're really going to have to look at being able to like punch holes in time space and figure out how to do multi-dimensional travel to do what you're talking about.
Will Honorless wants Snowball to yell at me.
Why does everybody want me to yell at you? What do I need to
Because
yell
you're the small
Nobody
mousy
likes
one.
Brockus, and you have a high-pitched, funny voice.
What am I supposed to yell at Brockus about?
Oh, okay.
He hasn't had sex in like a long time. He's kind of overweight.
Brockus,
One of his arms don't work.
Get some surgery too. Fucking find a ride. I don't know.
Yeah, Brockus.
Sell feet pictures or something for fucking money. I don't know.
I canceled that appointment. I had no ride, so now I have to once again wait for a fucking phone call for an
Sell your
opening.
fucking feet pictures for money so you can get a fucking Uber.
Not exactly the point, but okay.
How can he take pictures of his feet if he's never seen them in the past 10 years? I'm sorry, the joke was there.
No, that was actually good. I applaud you for that one. That was funny.
But I think I get what he's saying about the magneticized travel. It's basically like a cosmic railgun. The only problem is the only like steering you'd be able to do is point in a direction. And even if it worked like you said and it would launch you off, you couldn't steer out of that direction. You'd have to wait till your momentum stopped or slow enough to where you could use some more conventional rockets.
Thank you, Guardian. It's appreciated. The speed of light may not be constant. That's what the fuck I'm goddamn saying. For fuck's sake. Fucking goddamn it. Exactly. Like, yo, motherfuckers.
Only when it's acted upon by another
man.
force. Only when it's acted upon by another force. If you're talking about the speed of light itself, it is a fucking constant, Tom. Period.
All right. The speed of light is constant, or so textbooks say, but some scientists are exploring the possibility that this cosmic speed limit changes the consequences of the nature of the vacuum of space. This definition of speed of light has some broader implications for the field, such as cosmology and astronomy, which assume that a stable velocity for light over time. For instance, the speed of light comes up to measuring the defined structure, a constant alpha, which defines the strength of electromagnetic force. And the varying light speed would change the strength of molecular bonds and density of nuclear matter itself. A non-constant speed of light would mean that the estimates of the size of the universe might be off. Unfortunately, it won't necessarily mean that we have to travel fast in light, because the effects of physics theories such as relativities are the constants of light's velocity. Right? Hang on. Wait, I got to read more. 2 papers published by the European Physics Journal D in March attempt to derive the speed of light from the quantum properties of space itself. Both propose somewhat different mechanisms, but the idea that the speed of light might change as one alters assumptions about how elementary particles interact with radiation. Both treat space as something that isn't empty, but a big soup of virtual particles that wink in and out of existence in tiny fractions of a second. Right? And this is what I'm saying. Like, space isn't really empty. This is kind of where it's not empty. Like, it's not like it just constantly moving.
Nobody said it was.
You know
Nobody said it was. What are you talking about now?
Yo, it's exactly what I said. I said the speed of light isn't a constant thing because fucking space has shit in it that acts upon the fucking light.
Okay, speed of light is a constant.
Oh my God.
The speed at which photons travel is not. There is a difference, Tom. They are 2 different entities that you are speaking of. If scientists are exploring something, that means they are doing research. which doesn't mean that it is scientific fact or knowledge yet. It hasn't been peer-reviewed and papered.
The second paper proposes a different mechanisms to come to the same conclusion.
Proposes.
Right. Yo, look, I'm telling you, light is enacted upon by other forces in the fucking universe.
Photons are enacted upon by other forces in the universe.
They don't go through fucking,
Photons
clouds and shit in space.
Light.
Like,
photons create light, Tom.
Okay, yeah.
Photons are the things that make light. Light itself is just energy release.
In another 20 minutes, Kuvar will be 100% correct.
Who what?
That's all I'm going to say on that subject.
Remember how I mentioned that the only way aliens from another solar system or whatever could come here is if our physics was wrong? This is what I'm talking about, because if you apply terrestrial physics as we understand them on Earth to the universe and how planets and all that shit moves, the system falls apart. And if you apply astrophysics to terrestrial physics, everything would fall apart. That's why they're two separate fields. That's why Einstein worked to the day he fucking died to try to create a single unified theory of physics that covers everything. And right now, with our knowledge, we can't do it. So our math is wrong. Something is wrong in our understanding of cosmic forces of the universe. So that's why I said, according to our physics right now, space travel between even solar systems is impossible. It can't happen. Unless you're somehow able to go like 100 or 1,000 or 1,000,000 times the speed of light. But then you have to cannibalize every planet that can sustain life on your journey that you come across. Just to remain alive.
What?
I'd be okay with that. You gotta destroy a couple countries, couple planets on the way.
I'm not going to say
be Independence Day. That's what it would be, honestly.
Man, I would love to be the bad guys from Independence Day. They kicked ass.
Okay, I'm not going to say that our physics are absolutely correct or that they are accurate, but you are correct, apathetic ranter. We don't know enough. We are basically toddlers when it comes to knowledge of the internet, or of the universe. We are basically toddlers when it comes to knowledge of the internet too.
Before you continue, could you just repeat that first part where you said I was right, so Tom can understand what it's like when you actually say that to another male?
You were right, apathetic ranter. You hear that, Tom? When you're right, I'll say you're right.
I love you, Tom. You're a good dude, but I had to take the shot while I had it.
Yo, do your thing. Do your thing. I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm learning. Like, this is what motherfuckers don't understand. Like, I'm learning about shit. And I'm cool with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers, like, there's a lot of haters out in the goddamn chat.
Schmeckle.
What do you want?
I yelled at failure for this, so I'm going to have to yell a little bit at you about this. You started a fucking cult in the chat, you bastard!
Yeah, that'll happen now and then.
God damn it, dude. They're fucking worshiping the cricket. Fuck you, and fuck Failure's goddamn alarm clock.
They're gonna be pissed when I kill the cricket. He's on my fucking list.
No, because then he's gonna pull a horse, resurrect, and take over the show.
Squirrel wants the wrench for a quick second because he wants to post an article or something.
Yeah, he has a wrench. If he abuses it, I'll take it out on Brockus.
Take it out on your fucking cult.
Yeah, by the way, I can hear the cricket now. I am the only one that can translate his word, and he says, "Give me your money." I owe your money to Schmeckle. I don't make the rules. I just
Streamlabs. Yeah, hit that Streamlabs. Hit that GoFundMe so we can get a new computer.
Schmeckle, so we can take care of the cricket.
As a fellow prophet of a divine being, the divine meme lost that has survived 10 years on the internet when most memes don't last a week, I understand the pain and the suffering having to bear the knowledge of the divine. Please give this man his money. Because it's not your money, it's his. The cricket demands it.
Exactly. You may have earned this money. The cricket says it's already mine. Return what you've stolen.
What a summoned AP there. God damn, he's going to sue me for copyright.
I thought you were summoning Aircraft Sparky there for a second. Being honest with you. I legitimately, because I've been sitting here watching the chat and shit. I go back to Hangouts, like, it's Aircraft here, nigga? Like, the fuck is that nigga doing? Like, I ain't fucking seen that motherfucker in months.
I can't even see chat because I'm right now. My only computer device is a tablet, so it's like I
Oh,
just see
yeah.
all of the mugs.
I got you. I was fortunate enough. My fucking fans bought me a laptop and shit so I can make better videos and do better content. It's positive. Y'all need to do the same thing for Schmeckle. You know what I'm saying? Hit that GoFundMe, hit that motherfucking Streamlabs link, hit that goddamn super chat button. And you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we'll read some of the stuff that you say in the motherfucking chat room. You know what I mean? You want to fucking say like fucked up ass shit, then put it in the goddamn super chat and pay to fucking do it and quit being a bitch.
Oh, okay.
Haze it,
I
we
know what
say.
he's talking about. I know what Guardian is talking about now. This is photon freezing or light freezing, light photon. They really like to convert conflate the two.
Whoa, one moment, Atema. Fakist in the chat says, you shall have my money if you get some cricket merch. Brockus, make sure Samaj is on that.
I know what he's talking about. That's in terms of creating the photonic. It's memory storage basically for positronic drives for storage to create mass amounts of storage in tiny spaces. Yes, we have frozen light in place. It doesn't change the fact that light is still a constant when it's in motion.
So what you're saying is 7 Deadly Sins might be real life.
In another universe, yes, or in another
The whole
dimension, yes.
rewrite light shit. If they're using light as storage, and
okay.
you can rewrite light.
Yes, we are almost there. We are almost there. Yes, but that doesn't have anything to do with what Tom was saying.
How the fuck do you rewrite light and to what end?
It's some move that the fucking anime dude does. I don't know.
It's magic.
Yeah, but what do you do when you rewrite light? What's the end result?
Apparently, because I've read up on those drives a little bit. Basically, they basically freeze light in time, like how a regular hard state hard drive uses magnets to affect fucking filaments in the hard drive to save data. It's
They do that with photons.
It's with light particles, so it'd be like rewriting a hard drive.
Okay,
Yo, these
here's
people
the deal.
refuse to accept the fact that light can be motherfucking changed and enacted upon. You know what I'm saying? Like that it
Tom,
is.
You're confusing
You're standing here. No,
you
you're
are
standing here.
confusing two fucking concepts. Let me finish.
I am not.
There is a
confusing.
difference between light and photons. What you are thinking of is the stuff that shines and lets you see shit. That is photons moving through the area that you are in. Light is the exchange of energy moving from electron to electron to electron to electron. It is two totally different things.
You done?
Yeah, Ray Stone actually explained it a lot better than she did. The speed of light is not the same as the velocity of a beam of light.
Yeah, I was just doing the exacts. Okay, yes. Ray did explain it in a much simpler way than I did.
Yeah, that's what we've been trying to explain, Tom. The speed of light is a set number. It's consistent. It's always that number. If somebody says the speed of light, they mean that number. A beam of light, while moving, doesn't just have a speed. It has a velocity.
Yeah.
It took you guys this fucking long to mention this. Fucking Christ.
Yo,
I wasn't
yo.
understanding where the fucking confusion was. I was just laughing because he was saying dumb things.
He fucking butchered E equals MC square earlier with his dumbass fucking logic, and
Yeah,
you
he
didn't
did.
figure it out by then? Come on.
Same old story. Monkeys laughing at monkeys.
Yo, I don't know.
one's just
Legit.
hilarious to me
Like, yo,
because
here's the thing. Like, yo,
smart
I
monkey's watching
legitimately,
the retarded monkey, and he ain't telling him shit.
I know that I don't know shit. Like, yo, so I'm not really concerned about things. I just say stuff.
I'm trying to
And-
do Socrates now.
Yeah, I just say things. You know what I mean? I'd say things. You know what I mean? Words come out of my fucking face hole. And then, you know what I mean? People say other things and get mad or feel some sort of kind of way about it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. Either way,
By
I'm
the way,
still going to say
Kuvara
things.
was 100% right. He did specifically say earlier that this would go on for an hour. It went on for an hour. So congratulations, Kuvara was also right on this particular topic, sort of.
I don't give a fuck. We've had 30 people watching the whole fucking time. Give us money. You know what I mean? I have been entertaining and taking abuse. Give us some fucking money.
Well, we got Shy Willie in the chat. If he wants to give me $150, I'll give him all Brockus' details.
Hey, Brockus is my man, titty daddy. You leave him alone.
I'll give you Apathetics details too. Yeah, you can have them both, 2 for 1.
Come get that caveman club, motherfucker.
It's really gay.
Yeah, I don't understand physics in any way, shape, or form. You know,
I think we all figured that out.
I'm not a physics guy. Like, you know, it is what it is.
You sure can't argue physics.
Yo, man, you know what I mean? I hear things and I hear them and I put them in my head for future reference, and then I spit them back out. That's what I heard at one point. You know what I mean? So I spit it back out at y'all best I fucking possibly could.
So you're saying you don't swallow?
I don't swallow, nigga. I ain't built like that.
Oh, that
he
thing.
doesn't learn.
I'm sorry.
Give me $1 million, you bitch.
Swallow?
Give me $1 million, motherfucker.
I'm not a dog. I'm a human being.
I don't think a dog has $1 million. Wait, no, there are rich people out there that probably have millions of dollars in a dog's name and some shit. Okay, never mind.
No, there actually is. There's some old lady who died and left her entire fortune to her dog, and her son could only access the money for the dog's well-being. Her own fucking child.
There was also a chick who did the same thing. She had, I think, multiple children. She left all her money to like multiple cats, and she left the house to the cats and like everything.
Yo, The Guardian. Yo, you ever read there was a book when I was a kid. There was a dude who used to do math. It was like Sideways High School or some shit like that. And the kid would like, they give him a math equation, right? And they'd be like, Johnny, what's like fucking 4 + 7, right? And the kid would be like 3, 8, chair, 11, right? And he'd always come out with the right answer. It don't matter whether or not I did it the right fucking way. I still was fucking right in a long time. Fuck y'all niggas, I'm built like that.
Stop encouraging Pnoid. He's the reason why we have wrong math being taught in our fucking schools.
I am not the reason we have wrong math. It's because of
shit.
Yo, it is not the reason. I don't teach math.
People like you that created the fucking wrong way to solve a math equation that I have had to fucking what? Oh my god. I've been restrained by my own family to march over to my niece's fucking school to yell at her fucking math teacher and tell her, you either stop pushing this bullshit and go against the fucking curriculum, or I'm going to set fire to this fucking classroom. Of course, you know, if I had actually
you can't say that, Brockus. Like that's a bad thing to say.
It is a bad thing to say, but the fact that there are school districts in this country purposely teaching wrong math to their fucking students while they are still learning math is retarded beyond belief.
Yo, the
and
cricket,
I believe people like Pnoid are the reason that is.
Yo, the cricket gets happier, you know what I'm saying, when I talk. So eat a dick, Brockus. I don't give a fuck what you say.
You go ahead and eat many dicks, sir.
You can eat a really bag sad. Of dicks.
Yo. It's really sad that Tom seems to think that he can understand and communicate with a bug.
I can talk to bugs. I got special powers.
Man, you couldn't manage it with your ex-wife. How the fuck are you going to manage it with an insect?
I didn't say I didn't communicate with the bitch.
True brain.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure his ex-wife did either. Look at her sexual
God damn it, motherfuckers. Shit, man. Y'all can keep ragging all the fuck you want to. I don't give a fuck. We got more motherfuckers here, don't we? Bitches. Eat a dick, both of y'all, you fucking cowards.
I think it's because people got wind. There's a retarded gorilla spouting nonsense in a fucking hangout.
You want to hear more nonsense? I can spit nonsense out of my head. Like, yo, believe me, there's a lot of nonsense.
I am not challenging you. That was not a challenge. Calm the fuck down.
We can spit some nonsense. You want to talk about some reptilian overlords, nigga? Like, yo, we can get this the fuck in.
Oh my god, Tom, don't you bring up the fucking
Tom,
reptiles.
I hate to break it to you, but when Leaf and I were talking with Schneckle, we had more viewers. Just the three of us.
Ooh.
That is accurate.
Get y'all abroads, though, and I'm just me.
Well,
you're a half
abroad. Only half abroad. Fuck you.
The power of pussy is more powerful than the power of dick.
It is, man. You're the power of pussy. Yo,
see, Pnoid, what you're not understanding is what you got to do is people are going to put pussy on a pedestal no matter what. So you let them put it on a pedestal, and you collect the little shekels they throw at them.
I feel you. Yo, I'm not built like that, man. I'm not built like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a pimp. I ain't got no problem like getting paid to, like, you know what I mean, sell bitches to other dudes. You know what I mean? That's not a real big deal to me as long as I'm getting paid.
Worst pimp ever. You've knocked up every one of your hoes.
Man, look, home, all right? I got problems, all right? I have an addiction.
You've got a lot of problems, dude. You're the drug dealer who samples his own shit way too much.
Goddamn AP's in the motherfucking chat. What's up, nigga? How the fuck you doing?
Oh, you missed it. You missed it, AP.
Yo, man, we've been over here
having
having fun.
again.
Yo, we've been enjoying ourselves. You know what I'm saying? They've been trying to school me about stuff that I already know. You know what I mean?
You don't know.
Oh, dude, no, oh no, oh no. Nah,
This nigga been talking like he knows the difference between light and photons. It's been adorable.
I ain't lived in the hood for about 15 years. You're about to make me bust out in it. The fuck you mean? You're schooling us. The fuck you mean?
No, I said y'all been trying to school me about shit I already know.
Motherfucker.
Without a shadow of a doubt, you don't know anything.
Motherfucker. You call energy equivalents, and you want to talk about schooling some people? Oh boy. Oh boy.
Man, I don't need to know about all this shit. You know what I mean? You two motherfuckers can count 1, 2, 4, 5. I can count 2, nigga. I'm counting these rocks, bitch.
Yeah, crack rock.
You're counting them as you smoke them. That's the problem.
God damn it.
Fucking Tyrone Biggins over here. Peanut butter sandwich.
Cricket's happy. Cricket's happy.
Cricket's happy to call you crackhead.
This cast would not have been over. We would have found something else to talk about, Carl de Grobe. What don't you understand, bro?
It's gross. It's high German.
My job is to be entertaining and keep shit coming out of my face hole. You know what I mean? And like just like say things out of my mouth that makes motherfuckers want to listen to it. And you know what I mean? Even if it sounds retarded and I get schooled about some shit, I don't mind. Because guess what? I just learned what a photon was today. You know, because my fucking education was terrible.
So you're basically the ranting equivalent of David Vanity?
Yeah.
I don't know who David Vanity is. I appreciate information. Like every time I learn some new shit. And that's why I like Atema, because Atema's always teaching me things all the fucking time.
Oh, thank you.
See, dude, look, you can be fucking
I'll
nice.
sit there and I'll read shit all goddamn day.
I read too constantly. You know, I read a lot of history type of shit though. You know, I'm fucking whatever. I do lots of things.
But see, the problem I have with history, at least with our understanding of it, kind of all the way back to the Atlanta shit and even the Troy shit, is we had records of Troy, we had records of where it was, we had records of what happened, the ruling party, the type of civilization, the city, all this shit. But no one believed it was true because it's just an old story. Where how long until the story of Trump becoming president becomes an old fucking becomes a fucking myth? Like, how many thousands of years had to pass to where, like, the United States never existed? Who is this Trump? He was just someone made it up. We don't fucking know.
Psycho got it right. Pnoid doesn't mind being dumb. He's on a quest to stop being dumb. Exactly. I'm trying to learn. That's the whole fucking point. Y'all motherfuckers be fucking shit up, man. Like, y'all be acting like I'm just retarded. I'm not, yo. I was educated wrong. It's a different thing. You know what I mean? I was educated incorrectly, and so I try to listen to people who are smarter than me about stuff. It's important.
Oh, don't listen to me then, because I'm dumb as fucking shit.
Well, Atema's really smart, and she don't like. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna put her on blast because she asked me not to about her stuff, right? You know what I mean? But she's really, really fucking smart. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
What?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, see, that's why I say you're a half a broad, because I respect you as a person and not a female.
You're only half a broad. You're half okay.
Because being woman means you can't be respected as a person, apparently.
No, because females are thoughts for the most part. They be all like, you know, saying retarded shit all the time and talking about like dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like who fucking stood there and married who on the last like fucking teen pregnancy thing that they had on MTV or whatever.
Oh.
Yo, I used to watch Infowars too.
There's dudes like that too, motherfucker. Look at the dudes who are like all about World Star. They're starting fights and having people set up their cell phones just so they can get on World Star's front page for 5 minutes.
You do understand the first Chuck E. Cheese there was a fight at is the one up the block from me, right?
Well, or we could say the same thing about guys in sports, though. They don't know anything about anything else in life, but they can tell you the stats.
Oh, you want to talk sports? We can talk sports. I know things about sports.
I don't want to talk sports. I'm saying there are guys, and Tom is proof positive of this whole thing.
Yeah, I didn't have to know things. I had to know how to be a dude. You know what I mean? Like I had to know how to negotiate a deal. I had to know how to like fucking operate equipment and fix things. I had to know how to like, get pussy and talk to other dudes. So that's the stuff that I learned about, you know what I mean? And I tried my best, and like I know about like monetary policy, like fucking Renaissance literature, and like because I like that stuff, you know what I mean, and fishing. And that's about it, you know what I mean? Cars. I know everything about cars, and we talk about cars for years. But other than that, I just didn't have to know anything. So I'm trying to be smarter. I mean, we're talking about some stuff that I don't know a whole lot about, because I don't know anything about photons and shit. Nigga, I'm not a goddamn scientist. I ain't got no mustache and fucking out here hosting shows about the universe. I'm not black from fucking Bronx,
Okay. One of the greatest professors I've ever met in terms of plasma and astrophysics was a black guy from the Bronx.
How can you not be Neil deGrasse Tyson yet you're using this picture though?
Goddamn, nigga, stop being racist. That's fucked up. I know y'all have to learn how to get dick, and you have to learn how to take advantage of dick too. I got you. You have your own skill set that y'all learn, and I got respect for that. It just I have to be smarter than that so I don't get taken advantage of by that. Because I really like pussy. Like it's amazing. Like, I have driven Lamborghinis and Ferraris. You know what I'm saying? I've driven Jaguars 140 miles an hour down the fucking road and getting it in. You know what I mean? I've stood here and fucking, like done all types of crazy ass fucking nonsense, right? You know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is that none of that really matches up to pussy. It really don't. Pussy's amazing.
No, there is trash pussy out there. There is,
but you don't know it is until you get it.
But that's like scratching off like a lottery ticket and find out you won nothing.
Man, look, I had this chick one time. She made me take her on 3 dates before she let me hit that shit. You know what I mean? And like fucking, I had to take her like fishing and hiking. And by the time I got in the draws, it was like the driest pussy ever. And on top of that, like fucking, she was falling asleep while I was hitting it. You know what I mean? Like she was
roofied her.
She was on all, she's dead now. She's on all types of medication and shit.
I wonder why.
Yeah, you know what I mean? She was the great granddaughter of Pocahontas. My dick is going to the Smithsonian as part of American history.
Every white bitch that tries to seem interesting says there's some kind of native fucking princess.
Nah. Like this bitch was like legit. Like I'm a dark ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Like this bitch was like, she was Native American. You know what I mean? She was legit Native American. And like I traced her fucking like last name back, and it traced back to the Red Wolves of fucking Britain and shit.
Well, you gotta realize a lot of natives, when they were assimilating into American culture, a lot of them changed their fucking names. Even the ones who like stayed native, stayed in reservations, they changed their family names to names of well-known like Indian historical figures to kind of give themselves more credence and like honor their fucking that whole shit. That's just a clusterfuck.
Well, like fucking Pocahontas, she ended up getting taken back to England.
Yeah, right? And then she like died like 3 or 4.
She died of the flu. She died.
Yeah, but she died at like fucking like 19, but she already had like 4 kids by that point.
Well, that's and like back then that was like like you were pumping out kids the second you fucking bled.
Yeah. But their last name was the Wolves, the Red Wolves of England, right? And like I traced this bitch's name back to that, you know what I mean? And she was actually part of that tribe and shit.
Well, at that point, it'd be part of that fucking family because she wasn't part of a tribe anymore.
Well, yeah, part of that family, you know what I mean? Like I'm not talking about like her last name was Wolf. And it was an English name, you know what I mean? It wasn't a fucking Indian name. That's not the deal. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like fucking like it's a common name around here that WOLFE. You know what I mean? That was the Pocahontas' last name when she died.
Well, you also have to keep in mind that a lot, and I do mean a lot of fucking goth posers changed their fucking names to be something like.
I missed one letter, bitch and wish. I missed one letter, bitch and wish. Like seriously, like yo, I missed one letter and you're bitching at me. You already realize I'm borderline retarded.
No,
drinking,
I'm saying I'm
the
agreeing with you. Like,
bitching at me
her
in the
name's
chat.
Wolf. Her name's Wolf with the E on the end, right?
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of
Wolf.
bitches change their names to shit like that, like the fucking
Rolf.
Ravens and the shit like that. That's what I'm saying.
It's R, not a W. It's Rolf.
I missed one letter, nigga. I missed one letter. It was 5 years ago, and I've done a lot of fucking drinking since then. Like, yo, calm
There's
down.
a difference in pronunciation with W's and R's.
I'm not gonna fault you for a letter, man. I'm not gonna fault you for a letter. My memory's shit.
Yeah, my memory is hot garbage. Well, it's not hot garbage. It's really good. You know what I mean? But like fucking, you know, sometimes I fuck shit up when I spit it back out of my head on the fucking fly. You know what I mean? I'm
memory
saying.
dyslexia.
No, just sometimes it fucks up when I'm on the fly. You know, fucking like, you ever try to say some shit and just like 20 minutes later, like, God damn it, I should have said that shit.
Wait, did you just invoke the name of the enemy of the Lord Cricket?
Who?
The fly. The evil
The
house
fly
pet
is
that
not
doesn't
the enemy
with
of
the
the Lord
household.
I thought the frog was the fucking enemy of the Lord Cricket.
No.
Everybody
Flies are the scourge of households. Crickets bring
The
joy
cricket's not
and
gonna
music
waste
to the
his time
household.
with a fucking frog. Let's be honest, Tom.
What up?
The cricket has bigger things to deal with than a fucking frog.
Yeah, like a can of Raid right now at the moment.
Oh god, when I find him, I swear to God.
Are you gonna take a flamethrower to it, Schmeckle?
Well, whatever hurts him the most. I mean,
I was gonna
at
say-
this point, it's personal.
I was gonna say I'd laugh if it laid eggs somewhere, but if it's chirping, then it's a male cricket. If I'm correct.
I'm gonna cut his legs off and put him outside.
Man, why you gotta fucking butcher the Lord Almighty Cricket?
Because he's
Glory.
a terrible, terrible cricket.
Glory to Jiminy. Glory to
Oh, never
Jiminy.
mind. Now I like him.
Why? Someone paid you? Is there a super chat?
Sorry.
What?
I'm probably not gonna sleep tonight. I'm gonna be too busy trying to hunt this motherfucker down.
Oh man, yeah. Send money, oh ye cunts. God damn it. Fucking send some money to the goddamn cricket. Bitch ass motherfuckers.
You have never gotten rid of that laugh, have you, Leaf? Just a little sounds like you're fucking hiccuping fucking.
That was a hiccup. I hate my life.
See, now I'm gonna pick on you because I done picked on everybody except for Brockus because I feel bad, and plus he showed me his titties, so I can't be mad at him. Oh yeah, by the way, Brockus, that was me who paid the $5 the other night. So, good job, man.
I'm aware.
Yeah. Like I've known Leaf for what 4 or 5 years now.
Yes. Something like that.
Yes. Very long time. And Leaf, like, I know a lot of people like, she's so quiet. This bitch is fucking smart. Like, you get her on, like, a text-based argument, this bitch will throw out fucking paragraphs. Just dunking bitches. But you get her on a microphone, she's like, hi, I'm Leaf. I think you're wrong. And I tell her she needs to fucking sack up. She needs to get the spine, grip onto that shit, and enunciate. She won't do it.
It's okay to shout at people, babe.
Yeah.
That sounds like so much work, though.
Motherfucker stuttering after I mocked her for it. God damn it.
God damn it. Tom Pease is gonna have to do some banana stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No,
No? You don't want me to do any banana stuff?
no, because you keep talking sideways.
I'm allowed to fucking talk sideways.
No, you're not.
I am too. I'm allowed to do what the fuck it is that I do right now. I am part of the white trash no state. It is my fucking job to be out here slapping the bitch out of motherfuckers. As the head of the church of Jesus Christ is not a bitch made nigga. We are trying to marry people who don't want to be married. All right. We're trying to do big things right now. This is what we do. All right. We're trying to walk into the fucking CIA, break into their headquarters, and marry 2 of the security guards and walk out so that we can be as respected as the Church of Scientology.
That's a pretty low fucking bar, dude.
Yeah.
We're trying to be. Yeah, I'm saying y'all know they're a religion. We want you to know we're a religion as well. We're
The
filing for our
Westboro
501c
Baptist Church
thing.
is more respected as a religion than Scientologists.
There isn't many churches, you know what I'm saying, other than like the original joints that are respected as a Scientologist, as far as new churches are concerned.
Oh, there's a ton. There's actually a ton. It's just they don't get any fucking press because they usually get shut down for being cults years later.
Exactly. They're called cults. I'm not trying to start a cult. I'm trying to start the white trash no state and marry people who don't want to be fucking married. Like I'm just gonna go down the street and just marry random strangers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
if I had the chance to start a cult, I'd start a cult. It
I'm
sounds
You
behind
already have, Smeckle.
a cult sounds like a whole lot of fun if you're the guy in charge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be the dude running the motherfucker, it's not a bad deal.
Actually, no. You're already in the prime fucking spot, Schmeckle, because the point is to not be the overall authority. It's to be the one who speaks for the authority. You speak for the cricket. So you're in the best position ever.
I do. He speaks through me.
See, that's the position you want to be in the cult. You just speak for the divine.
But what if I am the divine? You know what I'm saying? Like I hold in my hands
Jesus.
the ability to slap the bitch out of motherfuckers.
Then we need to stop listening to the divine.
Yo, seriously, I'm gonna slap the bitch out of you. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't got no bitch.
That nonsense. No, it'll take that nonsense. The half of you that's still bitch, all right, it'll take you right out of you, and you'll be a much
The half of me that's still
person.
bitch is just who I am.
You'll be a much happier person. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Stop trying to say that you're mixed race and shit. You know what I mean? You'll just
I am.
like a white bro with braids who's getting it in and who's really smart.
Motherfucker, you can go lie about somebody else, dude.
Who's
Wait, so
really smart.
I mentioned this earlier.
Shut
Can
up
anyone
a
else
second.
feel the sexual tension between these two? Just
No, I
put a
can't
one in the chat.
tell.
Just a
I
one
can't.
in the chat if you can feel the sexual tension.
Right.
It's got to be one-sided, because no.
Let me see that ones. Let me see those ones right there. Give me them ones right there.
Well, what's this about Tama being a fake native like Tonka?
No, I'm not a fake
Whoa,
native.
come on
Actually,
now.
native isn't what makes me not white, but okay, whatever, Tom. Keep talking.
No, because like yo, look here, she should be
Motherfucker, don't
respected.
keep talking.
Shut up a second. God damn, would you let me talk? For fuck's sake, stop fucking opening your goddamn mouth and let me speak. For fuck's sake. God, I got a lot of love for you. Every time I fucking talk on here, talk anywhere, I constantly throw you love and you just constantly look for me to shit on you. But that's not what I do. All right. I stand here and I go, yo, look, you should be respected as a person because you are respectable as a person. For fuck's sake. Stop fucking standing here thinking that I'm out to get you because I'm not, and I got a lot of love for you. I don't want to see you as anything other than a human being because that's what you are and you're valuable to me as that.
Okay. I'm listening. What was you saying about me being a white bitch with braids?
You're a white chick with braids and I don't care because I like you for you and your brain and the things inside of your thinky thoughts.
What about her big fake titties?
I don't care about her titties. I just
I
like
don't
I don't care about the titties. But
I don't give a fuck about her titties or her vagina. I just like her as a person.
Okay. Thank
Is that
you.
cool? Is that
Yes.
cool?
But you can stop talking about me like I'm half a broad and I don't have braids, dude.
You got braids in your motherfucking joint. You got dreadlocks, nigga.
Dreadlocks are so
Dreadlocks
not
aren't
braids,
braids.
Tom.
What do you call? You got licorice in the back of your head? What's the situation?
What the
You know,
fuck?
there's a difference between dreadlocks and braids.
Big goddamn difference.
No, I didn't hear you because an apologetic was talking. What'd you say?
Big difference.
What?
Big difference between dreadlocks and braids.
Not really.
No,
Yeah,
there's a huge
like-
difference.
There's small.
Yeah, a pretty massive one, man.
I've seen
You
big ones.
pop
I've
your
seen
head
small
on
ones.
fucking braids. Fucking dreadlocks are like angled messes.
Like, dreadlocks are knots. They're tangles that have been put into strips, basically. And dude, dreadlocks are only dirty if people don't wash them, psycho. My hair doesn't stink. That's only nasty, dirty hippies. I'm not a hippie.
Yo, did you see that? Did Uzi? Did you see that? You know what I mean? Talking all that reckless nonsense, and you see that? Yeah, show the love because I love her. You know what I'm saying? She my peoples. That's how things operate. You show motherfuckers respect for being them.
But man, how white is she?
Yo, she pretty white, according to her. She way darker than she way lighter than me. Like way lighter than me, like 1,000 times lighter than me.
So that doesn't change the fact that my lineage is not white. I am almost 60% dark-skinned people.
What dark-skinned people are those?
It starts with Gypsy is the most, and then it's Mexican, Native American, and Black.
Man, look here, we're right. I don't live by like America's like one drop equals you're segregated and accentuated. What's the word I'm looking for here, fellas? Y'all are Americans. I don't know this word. I wasn't here for this part of America.
Yeah, he's talking about the one drop rule.
Yeah, I'm not part of that. Like, yo, if you
I don't know what that is either.
Person.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Gypsy's white too.
No, gypsies are brown as fuck.
Fuck you, dude. No,
gypsies
gypsies were slaughtered for looking like Jews.
I got you, but like we're darker than Jews where I come from.
Jews are from the Middle East, man.
No, Jews are from India.
Jews? What?
Wait, they're what?
They're not Jews. Gypsies are from India. Sorry.
Okay. About to say,
Gypsies are from India. Jews are from the Middle East. They're from Northern Africa.
The majority.
Gypsies are from India.
Gypsies are European.
No, gypsies are genetically from India.
No, she's actually right on that. But they've always been a nomadic fucking group, so they actually end up going up the spice trails into Europe. But there were still gypsy tribes all the way across the spice trail, the Great Silk Road or whatever the fuck it was called between India and
this. I've met many of gypsies in my day, and I've never seen one look like fucking Haji.
Okay.
Well, you got to realize they would actually, if I'm correct on this, if a female got knocked up by someone as they were like riding around, they'd keep the kid as part of the tribe and just keep traveling on. So eventually they just kind of like got all around brown. They got like that middling shade of like that dude who's like mixed with like 5 different things.
You see her picture? Do you see her picture?
Yeah.
That's her.
And?
Yeah.
What color is she?
You tell me that nose is white.
What color is her skin?
Are you telling me that nose is white?
Yes. What color is her skin?
The fuck you mean that's white?
What color is her skin?
That nose alone takes her credit score down like 100 points. The fuck you talking about?
Nigga, I can't even get a library card. All right, like yo.
Tom, that's because you can't read.
Fuck.
Oh, I love this bitch. She is my favorite bitch. I swear to God. Yo, she is gangster with it. She's like, fuck you, nigga. Nah, man, yo, you white, nigga. Stop fucking bullshit. Like, yo, you white, nigga.
Not.
It's all right, man. Yo,
No,
I make fun of my Spanish
like
homies the same way.
No, I'm like 60% not white.
Yo, my Puerto Rican boys, I got believe my sons, like the godfathers are like Puerto Rican and Cuban and shit. I make fun of them all the time because they're fucking lighter than me. I'm like, shut up, Blanquito. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you a white boy. You fucking piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you white. Stop it. Yo, real shit. You are white. You could pass as white. You're a white person. You even got blue eyes, I think.
Yes, I do.
You're white. Shut up. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing this one drop.
No, Mexicans with blue eyes.
There are black people in Africa whose families have never left Africa that have blue eyes, man.
Yeah, they got fucked by some white people. Look, yo, yo, you are white. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Just because there's white people in Mexico does not mean you're Mexican. You're white.
No.
Stop fucking arguing with me that you're not white.
Statistically speaking, I'm only about 37% white. Just because I look white doesn't mean that's what my genetics say.
Yo, gypsies are white too.
Okay. There's
So,
no
like,
such thing as autism or bipolar disorder too, Tom. Let's keep going.
Yo, I already explained light speed. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, don't make me go through this again. I'll explain it to everybody, and then they'll fucking lose their shit and fucking go all spurgy on me again. I'm not interested in that at the moment.
Please don't explain anything.
I will. They'll me explain fucking.
Tom, how are babies made?
God damn it! No,
all right. God damn it! All
You're
right,
gonna
here's
give
what
Leaf the
happens.
wrong fucking idea here. It's a bad idea.
And it doesn't fucking matter, Tom.
What?
I am mixed race. Get over it.
You're a white person.
So are you then, Tom.
I know I'm white. What the fuck is wrong? I just became white here recently. I admit that all the time.
Okay, I got Streamlabs open. Fakest for 5 Canadian Monopoly dollars. Glory to the cricket, bask in his light. Fear his silence. The cult is only rising fruit.
Yeah, fuck you, Baracus.
Not the retard who doesn't understand what any.
Yes, you are, nigga. You the retard that don't understand the cricket. Bitch ass motherfucker. Maybe you should listen to the cricket some more and fucking go meditate and think about your fucking actions.
Pnoid, how does socioeconomics work?
Love God.
Well, you want to have a conversation about economics.
Fucking ask him something like that.
Yo, I love.
Ask you what the fiat money system is.
Yo, the fiat money system. All right, so America has what's known as the Federal Reserve, right? And the Federal Reserve is like a faux American agency. Like Congress invented it so that they can pretend that they're not printing fucking money when they really are out of their fucking treasury and shit. And they sell T-bills to fucking cover up their fucking debt. And the rest of the world ends up having to trade on the United States dollars for fucking oil, which means they have to hold on to a fucking massive amount of cash reserves and make sure that our currency ends up being stable, even though it's really not. And we continue to spend money. We're about like $24 trillion in debt at the fucking moment. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? The fiat money system works is where it's not really backed by anything other than our military might and our ability to go bomb the shit out of somebody if they decide to leave the fucking currency system that we have as far as the petrodollar status is concerned. And that's how the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Fiat money works here in America.
I don't know anything about that, so I don't know if he's right.
Somebody say I'm wrong.
I'm not even going to bother trying to look at it, but it's conspiracy theories. I hate conspiracy theories.
It's not a conspiracy.
Oh,
This is how
Tom.
our money is transferred.
Oh, that's actually so.
I know some things. I just don't know like about what Tom says is correct. Yeah, but you know, I just don't know a whole lot about light speed. Like, you know, name one subject that I didn't know a lot about. Like, get out of here.
What do you think of Zionism?
Zionism, the movement
Palestine.
inside Zionism, the movement inside of Israel, you know what I'm saying, is a thought pattern that fucking Israel should be a fucking state without Palestine, and Palestine isn't really an actual state, and those people should be eradicated and their homes taken over on a regular basis. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like fucking the thought pattern of fucking American what was it? Fucking Manifest Destiny in the fucking state of whatchamacallit. In, you know what I mean, in America.
Unpopular person on your channel and argue.
Yo, you stop swallowing the microphone, Nick. I can't hear you.
Yeah, you sound like you're underwater, dude.
Okay, Carl DeGrosse says, Pnoid, the Congress has always had the power to print money. However, the fiat system is not backed by gold, and Congress does not print the money. A private banking consortium does.
Sorta, it's not really, because our government fucking appoints the fucking appoints the people in the Federal Reserve. So.
Okay, but it's still a private banking consortium because if they are part of the banking consortium, they can't be appointed to the Federal Reserve.
Yes or
the entire premise I was trying to get you to realize is that the entire fiat money system is debt-based, not asset-based.
Well, it's still based on the petrodollar.
And that's still debt and speculation-based. It's not based on any real backing.
I got you. I legit, like, it's an argument, you know what I mean? Like, it's a thought pattern of like, okay, but everybody has to, we're the world reserve currency, so everybody has to trade their American dollars for oil, right? Like, that's the only way you can buy oil is with American dollars, according to OPEC. You know what I mean? So it's still, it makes us have some kind of...
It's still debt-based, not gold-based.
But oil is a fucking... not gold. I know it's not gold.
It's like, not backed on oil, too. It's backed on the assumption that people will pay the money they pay up front for the oil, or they pay after the oil is distributed. It's all debt-based.
Nixon in 1972 took us off the gold standard. I feel you. Like, I understand exactly what you're saying. Like, I feel you. Right? But, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that it's not based on nothing, though. It's based on our military might and the amount of oil inside of the ground. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like there's most countries don't produce oil. You know what I mean? Like fucking there's only like a certain number of countries who actually produce enough oil that they can like, you know what I mean, fuel their economies off of. And you know, so you have like Saudi Arabia, Iran, fucking Iraq, Venezuela, Mexico, America, Russia. You know what I mean? But Russia's more natural gas than it is actually fucking oil. But all these countries, they have to trade these products for American dollars. So, you know what I mean? Our dollar is based off the fact that we will force you to fucking buy your fucking oil in dollars. So everybody in the world, see, look at the cricket is singing right now, right? So our fucking, our, hang on, shut that off, right? So we are forced to stand here and the world is forced to stand here and trade their fucking oil for currency, and every rest of the world has to have a reserve of our currency in order to buy oil. So it's like the rest of the world has to hold our debt. So it's a fucked up system.
As interesting as this is, Tom. Next question: what do you think of the gay agenda?
Yo, the gay agenda. I think it's because fucking atrazine inside of the water.
Oh God, that went better than I thought it would. Explain, please.
You know how like Alex Jones fucking used to stand here and say they're turning the fucking frogs gay, right? Like you can go to my joint. It's called. There's a fucking video I have on there about water pollution. Like the number one chemical they spray on all corn and soy inside of America is called atrazine. There was a chemist who wasn't a chemist. He was I don't know, whoever the fuck test frogs, right? He stood here and tested this chemical inside of frogs in the fucking college of UC Berkeley. The company Syngenta went to him and asked him if they would test their product atrazine because it was up for EPA review. And it turns out that fucking the chemical fucking atrazine started turning the fucking frogs from males into females. Like they actually like it fucked with the endocrine system 3 generations down, even though they had not been touched, along with rats and most other mammals. And it's affecting human beings in the same manner. That's why Western men at this point, in particular in America, are losing testosterone and having, you know what I mean, the inability to fucking reproduce.
There we are. And how do you feel about furries and the fact that we have one in the stream right now?
Yo,
I'm not a fucking furry.
Yo, man,
you need to be guessed.
Yo, you want to chase a dude around with a fucking squirrel's costume? You know what I mean? Holding the fucking wet newspaper above your head, smacking yourself with a dead fish. That's your business. I'm not gonna knock you. You know what I mean? Do your thing.
No, furries need to be guessed.
Now, before I ask this next question, Baracus, please send a link to Big Fat Brian. He seems to have some things to say. But Tom, how do you feel about the whole Donald Trump thing?
I like Donald Trump, and I mean I do. I think like fucking his plan is forward thinking as far as shit's concerned. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people. Man, Will Honolus, stop bringing up Jurassic Park nonsense, okay? Fucking like, yo, this isn't Jurassic Park, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a real thing. It's not how shit works. You know what I'm saying? Those wasn't the frogs that he fucking used. You know what I mean? Like, yo, go watch the fucking TED Talk from a guy named Tyrone Hayes if you're really interested in fucking learning about shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
But anyway,
you've answered some of these things somewhat reasonably, and on other things, you've come across like a crazy person.
Yo, what?
TED Talk.
Yo,
is Elvis still alive, Tom?
No.
What about Paul McCartney?
I don't know Paul McCartney. Wasn't he part of the Beatles or some shit?
Yeah, he was the one that was supposed to be dead.
Is he dead? I don't fucking know. I heard it was like a second batch of the Beatles. I heard the first one's gotten in an accident or some shit.
That's the legend, yeah.
I don't know. I don't really care about the Beatles. They were fucking like the 1960s boy band.
No one who likes good music likes the Beatles, don't worry.
Yeah, like they were like a 1960s Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. Hey, we agree on something.
Tom, do you understand how magnets work?
Do I understand how they work?
Yes.
Sorta.
And if you don't, would you be willing to speak with a scientist?
Absolutely. I would love to hear about like the fucking actual inner workings of magnets because I told you I'm not a physics guy. Like, yo, for fuck's sake, I'm more than willing to learn. You know what I mean?
All right, yeah, I really think you should probably sit down with a scientist, at least get the basics of how magnets work.
Maybe
Maybe
negatives
the
and
speed of
positives
light.
attract. You know what I mean?
It's a little more complicated than that. But.
Yeah, that's how the fuck I learned it. That's all I was told. The negative, the minus, and the plus sign will attract to each other.
What the fuck type of school did you not go to?
Yo, I went to school. Like, yo, I went to schools and shit, man. That's what I was taught. You know what I mean? They gave us those fucking horseshoe things and shit. You know what I mean? They fucking picked up metal. You know what I mean? And then like they gave us a little Jones, like you could like your little circular like the snake joints that you get for like lighting on fire for fireworks. You put a little like a thing out, right? But they were metal and like.
Is he
what?
looking for the word fuse?
No, man. The little metal things. It's like you could like the little magnets, the metal magnet joints, little circular metal magnets.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and like if you put the wrong end together, they would push apart, and if you put the right end together, they would go together.
Yeah, man, that's how magnets work. You know the basics.
The base, like, I told you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is as far as I got in science. You know what I mean? Like, yo, our school didn't really focus on science. Yo, that's not what they did. You know, it wasn't their specialty.
What the fuck did they teach you?
How to fuck a dog for $1 million.
That they did teach me that.
Now, kids, yeah, you're never gonna make it nowhere. So here's how you make some fucking money. You ever met a dog?
Yeah,
You ever seen those rich people on TV? Try and get them in the same place.
No, let's not talk about this dog thing again, please.
Sorry, my bad.
Yo, I gotta make a phone call real quick. I'll holler at you. Give me one
Brockus, send a link to Big Fat Brian.
He doesn't want to come on. He's 17 friendly.
I already did, man. Also, Brian, I am waiting on my chocolate-covered fucking bacon, you son bitch.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for my fucking stuffed crust blue cheese quesadilla.
Oh my god, that sounds delicious. Can I have
Doesn't
that too?
it? You know what? Make two, Brian. I'll pay for shipping for both. I'll buy Brockus lunch.
Oh, Barry, I'm gonna kill you. That's
But
not what the original orc was.
I do remember that. Brockus did admit in a past live stream that he is a furry. So I guess with you and Opal here,
No, I'm not.
other Opal here, we got two furries.
Nope.
I'm not a
That's
fucking
disgusting.
Hey, Brockus, can I take?
Okay, Leaf, you are a furry?
furry. No, I'm not.
Yes. Yes, you are. And as I explained, in certain fantasies, mostly in Japan, but in other fantasies, yes,
He means
technically
his
an orc would
fantasies.
constitute as a goddamn furry. But I am an orc from Draenor. They're not pig people.
Yeah, I don't know. You kind of look like a pig person in that picture, and when you have your camera on.
Also, how is Schmeckle or Pnoid not a furry when they use gorilla avatars?
Yeah, I want to know that too, especially since you know, Tom was talking about how gorillas act when they're around females and shit.
Yeah, my avatar was suggested by a chat from a live stream. That's how I got a monkey. Tom, I have no idea how he got his. I always assumed he was just trying to be me.
The girl says, Schmeckle, just tell Brockus to admit that he is a werebunny.
I'm not.
I don't know, man. When the moon comes out and you take your hat off and we see that fucking little tail there. Remember, cunts, $5 and he'll sing the song.
Someone donate $5.
No, it's funny because it humiliates Brockus.
What doesn't nowadays?
I don't know. You really got nothing going for you nowadays.
Yeah, think about it. I have nothing. There's nothing anyone can actually do to me at this point that is gonna hurt me.
People should keep this guy away from rope.
Just don't pull on his right arm and you won't hurt him.
He's too heavy to hang himself.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, you can't be a heavy guy and a poor guy and hang yourself reliably in your house.
It's called an extension cord.
Yeah, I know that.
All right. God damn it.
Oh God, dear.
Yo, man.
Tom, we were talking about how you like to have sex with animals.
Yo, I don't like to have sex with animals. That's not the situation in any way, shape, or form. For fuck's sake. Like, god damn, bro. Like, yo, like, man, listen, dude. Like, yo, why is it that like it has to come down to this retarded nonsense right now? Like, yo,
You were
having,
accused
like,
of being a furry, and it reminded me of the dog fucking.
I'm not a fucking furry, for fuck's sake.
Okay.
You want to fuck a dog? You're a furry.
Shut up, you
Given
bitch ass
bitch.
California living ass Baracus motherfucker.
You fucking fake ass New Yorker.
No longer
You fake ass fucking Californian.
How am I fake? I'm actually in California, born and raised.
Because
you dumb
you
shit.
weren't from California. You're from like Kansas. You
No.
bitch ass motherfucker. You were over. You had a house dropped on you when you were a fucking kid. Your mama
No,
got killed
that's
and her
not
stockings
even
rolled
remotely
up.
True. I was born in Anaheim. You fucking asshole.
You weren't born in Anaheim. Anaheim
Yeah.
wasn't even a place when you were born. You bitch ass motherfucker.
I was born in 1984. You fucking faggot. It was a city
No,
for
you
100
weren't.
years
Yo,
before
it
that.
hasn't been a city
Dumb
for
shit.
100 years.
Yes,
It's barely even a
actually.
place now. Yo,
Actually,
seriously,
Anaheim
stop,
has been
stop. Yo,
around
I'm trying
for
to
over
fuck with them.
160 years.
Atema,
Motherfucker, don't you
Atema,
shit on my
I
home
don't need
state.
facts. I don't need facts right now. I'm just trying to fuck with Baracus. Let me fuck with them and do what the hell it is I do.
If
I'm
you're
trying
gonna
to fuck with
me.
them.
Do it correctly, you dumb fucking ape.
No. Fuck you,
I ain't gonna do it
bitch
right.
ass nigga.
No, I can't do it right.
No, I'm gonna sit here and fuck with him the way I want to fuck with him. And I'm gonna tell him that
You know
Anaheim's not a
right.
real place, that it didn't exist. know what I'm saying?
Tom, while you were away, since you're already digging into him, he said your ex-wife has a small penis.
He said my ex-wife has a small penis. Well, I hope she does, because I'm not a real fucking homosexual, unlike you fucking, you know what I mean, vaping ass
avatar
fucking
says
van,
different.
you van jerking off motherfucker.
Got one shitty ass fang hanging out. Is the other one used for fucking sucking dick?
Yo, you have one shitty ass fang hanging out. You fucking
Yeah,
jerking
Brock
off in
is
front of your
poor
girlfriend's
point.
house, motherfucker. You fucking creeper ass motherfucker. You like that dude from Home Alone with the trash can and the salt and shit, you piece of shit. Just
You still got
stalking
75
motherfucking
fucking
house.
kids.
I know you ain't got no kids because you can't make them because you don't have any balls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
exactly.
it's fine. The world doesn't need fucking me reproducing, anyways.
I know
Doesn't
it
need you
doesn't.
reproducing either, but you know, then
It
again,
needs
fucking-
more of me. It needs way more of
No,
me.
it
No,
doesn't.
it does not.
Way more of me.
No, it
You
does
have
not.
proven
You don't know how
your
fucking
bloodline does
magnets
nothing
work.
but create fucking crimes. So you basically are a bane on society in itself, and you need to stop reproducing. Cut
No,
your balls off.
just for that, I'm making like 5 more kids next
Don't
week.
do it. Don't do it. It's a
gonna,
bad
and
idea.
one of them's gonna
It's
be
a
with your
bad
mom.
idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna be your new daddy.
How the fuck is that going to work, Tom? Have you forgotten how physics works again?
Yes, I have. Stop asking me about literal things while I'm talking shit.
Tom, we got the Rotten Beast in the chat saying, I call bullshit. Tom P already low-key said he wanted to TJ Kirk a banana. Dude, his butt stuff levels a gay.
Oh man, I feel so bad about what somebody says in the chat. Oh man, I think I'm gonna go kill myself or something.
You
Eat
want
a
to fuck
dick,
a
you
dog? You
bitch, nigga.
should.
Okay. If you sport a man bun, the only way to retain your man card and balls is to demonstrate a mastery of the katana.
What? That sounds like some gay ass ninja shit. Is that
Rocket
some
that
only
was
has
cool,
one
you
work
dog
in the army,
fucker.
can't do it.
Did you guys hear about that stupid fucking clip-on man bun that TV invented?
What?
I think I sent it to Brockus before the screen cap. Was it you, Brockus, or was it someone else?
It must have been somebody else.
Pretty sure it was fucking Brockus. I don't know. Wait, I'll send it to you if I can find it, because
Okay.
that shit was fucking funny.
Yeah, hey, don't you have a man bun, you fucking hipster piece of shit?
Me?
It's better than being fucking open
Shut
about
up,
wanting
you
to fuck a dog.
fucking manster, you fucking hip bun, you
leave Lassie alone, you sick bastard.
you fucking man bun wearing fucking faggot, ironic beard having ass motherfucker.
Yes, but
How
at least he has ears that can hear.
Shut up, white broad. I'm not talking to you right now. I'm fucking making fun of Baracus. Let me make fun of Baracus in the way I need to. Stop interrupting me with facts. For fuck's sake.
I didn't interrupt you with facts, Riri.
Fucking looking like a Mexicilian.
A Mexicilian.
Yeah.
Hang on, man. I'm gonna X this window out about the speed of light that I done tried to look up so I could have a conversation with you about some light speed nonsense. You fucking ugly ass fucking piece of shit jerking off of a van in front of fucking some heavy set goddamn fucking Chinese broad's fucking house, you piece of shit. I don't know why the fuck it is.
Did I hear a wild Pnoid ape start calling somebody a hipster piece of shit when he reads the fucking high-end, high-tier books on his channel constantly, but doesn't remember what they're about?
I remember history. I remember.
Really?
I don't.
I got a test question for you then, buddy, because I watched your videos.
What?
Why don't Romans use staves?
What?
Exactly.
No. What was the fucking last word you said?
Why don't Romans use staves or staffs?
Romans did use fucking staffs. They just fucking didn't use them on a regular basis in that one fucking battle.
But why didn't they?
Because they were encumbered a fucking soldier and end up having him not being able to fucking fight when he needed to because they were easily knocked out of the way.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure that it was because the way that they were fighting required a shield.
No, fucking they said they were encumbered by a staff.
To be fair, being encumbered by something would prevent you from using a shield.
Fair enough. That's fine.
Well, anyway, yeah, what's up, man?
What up, man?
I know you want to discuss economic theory with me, right?
Oh, no, I don't want it, because you thought I was a Keynesian, but I'm not. So.
Yeah, I feel like you're a Keynesian, man, because I don't know, like, okay, how about this? You benefit from our Keynesian ideology at the moment.
Well, that's because that's the kind of economics that are used in America.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of it. All right, I mean, I'm a more fucking Austrian school of economics type of individual, but at the moment we're a Keynesian fucking species. But not say anything wrong about the petrodollar status.
Carl DeGrose says now a Pnoid define encumbered.
Shut up, for fuck's sake. Goddamn, stop making me fucking use my brain right now. All right. Did I say anything wrong about the petrodollar status?
$2 from the apathetic ranter. Thanks for having me on. Leaf is another kin.
Well, the question is
And
anything or everything?
No. Anything about the petrodollar status that I had wrong. Legit. What did I say wrong about the petrodollar status?
I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty stoned right now. I wouldn't be able to pull up your exact argument from memory, but
I can tell it to you again. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I pretty much spit it out, regurgitated. You know, I mean, fucking in 1972, Richard Nixon pulls off the gold standard, made a deal with the fucking OPEC nations after we stopped producing oil here in America due to the fact that the wells in fucking Texas running dry, that the rest of the fucking countries would end up having the ability to fucking use our military and fucking continue to have fucking people trade their fucking their oil for only dollars. In exchange, we guaranteed that we would fucking have our dollar be at a constant value, and it never fucking actually happened. So at the moment, the rest of the world holds on to a reserve of cash to be able to trade for their fucking fucking oil for their countries because they don't produce it.
Well, I mean, I think the conflation here is that you're confusing the fact that fiat currency is not based on oil.
Well, it's not really based on oil. At the moment, it's based on a petrodollar status.
No, it's not. It's fiat currency. It's based on whatever market value is on it.
Again, I mean, the petrodollar. All the rest of the countries have to hold our fucking debt through the fucking petrodollar stats because they have to have a reserve of fucking our cash on their fucking hand. And I understand we sell T-bills in order to fucking fund our government for our fucking social spending programs and things of this fucking nature. And a lot of that shit doesn't have to do with the fact of whatever, but it all is really affected by the fact that the only thing that holds our fucking currency up is the petrodollar status.
No. The thing that holds our currency up is trade. That's the whole point of a fiat currency, is that it's tradable. Without it, you even whether or not the currency has value, it's still in mass use and a standard, and therefore will still hold value no matter what. So that's why BTC is a big problem.
But the thing is that eventually you run into the problem of where we're not being able to pay back our fucking loans because of the fact that we printed too much fucking money, and that's where the fucking petrodollar status allows us to continue to fucking move forward.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm explaining, is that it doesn't matter if we're still using the dollar for trade, whether or not it inflates or not. We can sort of control that because it's not tied to a value.
Yeah, it's not absolutely tied to a value, but it's tied to a fucking barrel.
It's not even loosely tied to a value.
Not in any way, shape, or form, but it kind of is on the same point. Because
not in any way, shape, or form, but kind of.
No, but it kind of is. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, because like tomorrow the dollar could fucking, lose 100% or 98% of its fucking value. Right, but it really won't because of the fact that fucking, the rest of the fucking world has to trade their fucking currency for fucking oil. Right, and they're only going to trade it in fucking dollars. So they don't want the dollars that they have to be completely worthless. So our currency has to have some type of value.
Yeah, because it's tradable. Which was my point.
What?
Is that it doesn't matter whether or not it's tied to oil. It is a tradable currency that is the standard, and therefore it holds value.
Why? Why is it?
I just told you it's tradable.
No. Why is it the standard? What is it called?
I wouldn't know offhand right now.
The world reserve currency.
Okay.
It's called the world reserve currency.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it called the world reserve currency?
I don't know. Tell me.
Because fucking everybody has to trade it for fucking oil, which is the number one fucking resource for every goddamn country to make their transportation work. Basic. It's all tied to oil. Our entire civilization is tied to oil.
It's sort of like it's used in trade.
Are we saying potato here? Is that the situation? Are you fucking arguing with me about semantics of a fucking word?
I think the problem is that you're tying it specifically to oil. It doesn't have to be tied to oil. It can be tied to other commodities that are tradable.
What other commodity is it that we trade on a regular basis like we do with oil?
We trade plastics in pretty high rate. We trade iron.
What's plastic made of?
God, you're ridiculous.
No, it's all oil. It's
no,
it's
we
not
trade
all
debt.
oil.
Actually, we use debt as a common way to do trade.
Yes, we do. It's about the fact that it's tradable. That's what matters.
Yes. Again, we're back. Oil. The only reason that our currency is the world reserve currency is because of petrol. That's it. Petroleum, dude. Nothing more. Nothing less.
No, it's our purchase
That's
power.
not correct. It's
our purchase power of what? Our ability to fucking have a GDP because we can export fucking
Of
goods to other
everything.
countries.
We are the largest consumer of everything in the world.
Yeah.
I don't know. China consumes more fucking oil than we do.
China
consumes more fucking iron than we do.
They consume, but they produce. They produce as well.
Yes,
we do not produce.
And you know what I'm saying? Like the amount of stuff that goes into us and doesn't go into China is fucking, much.
You're disregarding a whole point.
What?
That we don't produce like China does. So the money is valuable because of its tradability. The second it stops being so tradable, aka in debt, in oil, in plastics, in iron, whatever it is, then that's when it starts to lose its value. Because it's a fiat currency.
It's a complete fiat currency, which means basically it's debt based. Or I got you, it's debt based.
Damn it, your point.
It's debt based, but ultimately it's fucking the reason why it continues to hold up the way it does is because the world trades for fucking oil on it. We wouldn't be okay. Like the rest of the world has massive amounts of deficits, right? Fucking like Greece is running like 2-1, something like that. Italy's running like 1.5-1. Spain's running almost 2-1, whatever the case might be. But the thing is, the amount of money that they owe is nothing compared to ours as far as GDP is concerned. Like our GDP is the largest in the world at 18.9 trillion last year, something like that was our GDP. I'm pretty sure. right? And so
Not
fucking
the fastest growing though.
huh?
Not quite the fastest growing though. Now is it?
Oh, in no way, shape, or form. But you have a lot of places that have a lot of room to grow.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, it is what it like, you have emerging markets. Emerging markets are always going to grow faster than stable markets that are already established.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't think we have any growth when you really add into inflation. Actual inflation. Not that bullshit that they fucking measure with the government. Like, the government measures inflation wrong as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? Fucking, but then again, the price of fucking meat's down and the price of fucking, wheat. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Fucking it, again, like, I'm not fucking like, y'all motherfuckers be acting like I'm wrong about some shit. Like, we're having a conversation about the same thing, but on just different levels.
But no, you are wrong though, because you're saying that it's specifically the oil.
It's specifically the oil that holds it up. Like, if we weren't the world's reserve currency, we wouldn't be allowed to borrow the way we would. Who would loan us money if we weren't the world's reserve currency?
I mean, wouldn't we just inflate?
To death?
Well, if you are the standard for trade, then you're not going to inflate to death.
You're not. Well, again, if we're not the world's reserve currency, then we don't have that ability.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Nobody's buying China's debt.
Okay. Now
China sold their debt.
Yeah, the only reason we can do that stuff is the only. I'm getting ahead of myself with words here. The only reason our dollar is used as the current reserve dollar for the world is it doesn't have anything to do with oil, because we aren't the largest oil producer in the world. It has to do with consumption power. Now, the way we have the most consumption power is because of our stock market, which trades almost specifically in debt. It is buying things with the assumption that they're going to have more money in the future and using that assumptive money from the future to make current purchases.
It's almost like they're called futures.
The futures market.
The futures commodities market is the basis for the fiat currency that creates us as the largest economy in the world and makes us the reserve dollar for the planet.
It would move.
No.
It would move.
No, it wouldn't, because we still have the greatest monetary value.
We only have the greatest monetary value because of the rest of the world's willing to hold on to our debt.
No, because we buy their shit.
Because we're stable.
No, because we buy their shit.
Because we're stable and have the largest military in the fucking world.
Our military has shit to do with why we buy stuff. No, we are.
It does. It has a lot to do with it.
No, not when we're talking in terms of the fiat monetary system, Tom.
It does.
That is how we spend our money. That is not how we create or distribute it.
Okay. How do we maintain the fiat? How do we maintain the world reserve currency?
By having the most purchase power.
Excuse me. That's not how we maintain the fucking fiat. It's not how we maintain the world reserve currency. No.
Are you saying the military is how we maintain the reserve currency status?
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Back in the days of conquest, when I could just take over a country and take everything from them, and that's how we maintained our Federal Reserve.
Okay, well, if a country decided to no longer trade their fucking oil in dollars anymore, and
it would be economic death for them to do that.
Okay, well, countries have tried this.
And what happens?
What happened to them?
They go bankrupt.
No, they didn't go bankrupt. They didn't go bankrupt.
They turned into Russia.
No, they didn't go bankrupt.
Even Russia still trades with us, and we have shitloads of sanctions against them.
Iraq tried to fucking start trading their fucking currency in fucking try to start trading their oil in fucking euros. Libya tried to fucking start trading for fucking oil and fucking gold. Yo, you try to change the way things work and trade your fucking oil in something else. We will bomb the bullshit out of it.
Dude, only about what is it, Brian? It's under 30% of our economy is determined on oil and energy, right? Isn't it like most of it is technology? I can't remember. Is it technology and plastics? I can't remember the major commodities.
Plastics are made of what?
Plastics don't come from the same kind of oil production, Tom.
It's all oil. It's all oil.
No. Oh my God.
You honestly really think
you need to watch how it's made plastics, man.
Your oil's made from petroleum, or plastic's made from petroleum.
All of them? Are you sure?
There's a few that are made from fucking, like trees and vegetables, things that's plant matter. But the majority of fucking plastics are made from, plastics for the most part are all made from petroleum products. The amount of fucking trade that you have to, the amount of fucking oil that you have to use, like, to move a fucking ship from China to America is unbelievable. The diesel that it takes to do this, the amount of fucking diesel it takes to run trucks across the goddamn country all the time to move fucking freight. Like, dude, like our country, our economy, there's like fucking, what is it? They said it's like 10, 20, was it 10, 15 calories of fucking petrol energy in every calorie of food you eat.
What?
There's like 15 calories of fucking petrol energy in every 1 calorie you eat every day. A lot of your world's based on oil, man. Like, why do you think we went from fucking 1.5 billion fucking people to 7 billion in this year?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Why do you think we went from 1.5 billion people in the year like in 1875 till 7 billion right now? It's because of petroleum. Petroleum runs the majority of our economy. And I mean, like, it is what it is. Like, we're fucking fully reliant upon it, and so is the rest of the world. And fucking they have to hold our fucking debt, and that's the reason why this fucking shit works. Whether or not fucking y'all want to fucking sit here and go, oh, the fiat currency is based off of fucking, debt products that are fucking chased down on fucking Wall Street, which, really is, I think it's only like $3 trillion that Wall Street actually produces every fucking year.
Okay, Tom, the reason our population has exploded the way it has to do with how numbers work. It doesn't have to do with a whole lot of anything else. It's all about exponents. The bigger the number of people is as the base, the faster population growth is going to go. It's not about oil.
No.
It's not. No, absolutely. This is mathematics.
No, I'm telling you right now. All right. The only way you're able to feed and maintain that amount of population is to have the ability to fucking stand here and grow food and fucking do all the shit that you need to do, pesticides and fucking wrap your food and fucking mass transportation and fucking hospitals and fucking all the things that are run off of fucking petrochemicals is because of oil. Our entire society is based off of whether or not you want to believe it's up to you. That's your thing. Like you go do the research. I already done the research.
Okay, we are talking about the fiat monetary system, not oil speculation, Tom.
I'm not talking about oil speculation. All right.
That's the only way you can get the oil reserve numbers you're talking about is through oil speculation.
The rest of the world operates the same way we do. They have to have oil to run their fucking economies. They have to have fucking petroleum to run their fucking countries. All right, to run their economies, to run their goods, run their shipping, run their fucking trains, run their fucking whatever, right? Like electricity is not a power source. It's something that's fucking gained by burning or collecting energy from another source. All right. So fucking all this fucking oil that the rest of the countries have to buy in order to maintain their population, they have to fucking have a reserve of United States currency on hand in order to buy that fucking oil. And that keeps our fucking currency at a remotely stable rate because nobody wants to pay an obscene amount of money for the fucking oil. So it maintains a basic product.
So you're saying we don't buy oil with fiat currency? It's essentially
no. I'm saying we buy oil with a fiat fucking currency. All right, that is based off of the fact that the rest of the world has to buy oil in only our dollars. It's a beautiful scheme. It's amazing. But the moment the world starts leaving this fucking scheme, it's over for us, is what I'm saying.
You mean like trading in Bitcoin?
And Bitcoin's extremely small, and you know it.
I do know it. But those things grow. Bitcoin was much smaller 5 years ago.
It's nowhere. No, what is it? There's 10.5 trillion dollars in fucking actual currency right now.
I have no idea.
Are you talking about dollars, like physical
Like
dollars, or are you
like
talking
the-
about
no,
currency
no.
that's traded?
Yeah, currency that's traded. The M2
Currency
money supply.
that's traded is somewhere in the hundreds of trillions. If you look at
Yeah.
currency
M2
globally, what are you
M2
talking about?
The M2 money supply thing is at 10 trillion. The last look I had the opportunity because I just checked it out the other day.
Well, I'm trying to figure out if you're talking about physical dollars available or if you're talking about electronic trade.
It's only measured 3 ways. There's an M1, which is the actual fucking currency out there, and right now it's like $1 trillion in just regular currency and coins. Right. M3 money supply. Right. Right. M3 and goddamn fucking everything. Okay. Right. Fucking that's all. This is all the shit. This is time deposit money market funds. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, before I forget, Tom, what do you think of autism?
Yeah, Tom, tell us about autism.
Yeah.
Is the Earth still flat, by the way?
Earth is not flat. Get the fuck
No,
out.
are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
It hasn't been flat for at least 15 years.
The Earth has never been flat. For fuck's sake, don't be retarded.
But what do you think of autism?
Autism? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm looking at something. All right. The M2 money supply says it's right about 12 trillion.
The Guardian is actually absolutely right about Bitcoin. He says the Bitcoin's survival was dependent on China allowing. Bitcoin is being taxed and tariffed into oblivion. It won't be allowed to exist for much longer. That's absolutely correct.
Yep.
I thought they were going to crack down on it by now. To be honest with you,
They should have cracked down on it last year.
I thought it was going to happen a while back. It's a giant fucking bullshit ass. It's like that fucking Dutch tulip thing back in the day.
You mean the thing that kept their yeah, Dutch, yeah, where they were eating the tulip bulbs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
So, I'm not dumb. Like, y'all motherfuckers like think I'm talking crazy. Like, yo, we're arguing about the same thing and from a different fucking angle.
Well,
you haven't answered my question. Like, which vaccines give you autism?
Yeah,
I don't think autism comes from vaccines, man. I really don't.
You were saying autism didn't exist
stuff in the water, or is it a choice? You know, you grow up.
No, I think it's a lot of old people having babies. You know what I'm saying? Fucking like that. That's a lot of it. It's like old people having babies, which they've actually linked to. You know what I mean? Like scientifically.
So autism does exist then.
Autism? Yeah, autism exists. Like it's like I don't like I think okay, like autism is like a mixture of 3 diseases that they added together from back in the day. Right? To call a new thing. Like, you know, they keep changing the name of something because people like like back in the day when they said retarded, like that was a legal medical term. It was retarded.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
people started calling people retarded.
You're
like,
talking about the euphemism treadmill, and that autism doesn't fall in there. Autism's it was recategorized because they found a bunch of things that matched and made it its own thing.
But they added 2 different diseases together to get autism.
What? No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
It's a spectrum disease. It's fucking like Asperger's and something.
That's because there are varying degrees to it.
Yeah,
And the reason they keep changing the classifications is because they're looking at neurodevelopment and they're seeing that those brains fire differently.
You know, I know what's confusing, Tom, though. Asperger's was at one point classified as a different thing, then it was thrown in as part of the autism spectrum.
Yep, now it's just a guy with a guitar and about 300 subs on YouTube.
There you go. And I mean, like, yeah, like,
I fucking love him, dude.
He's great.
Yeah,
He's great.
There's like $12 trillion in actual currency out there in the market right now. Right. So, you know, so our currency maintains value because what?
Because of an assumption.
Because of the availability of trade.
It's an assumption that people are going to pay on debt in the future.
Okay.
Seriously, that is the entire basis of our economy.
Okay. All right. Now, before your 2 things happen, what has to happen? Like, before trade happens, we have to be able to move things around and ship them across the world, wrap them, things of this nature, right?
Well, actually, with a fiat currency, it's basically an IOU. So you don't necessarily have to do any of that.
I know how fiat currencies work. I'm just talking about ours. Ours is separate from the rest of the world.
Ours is a fiat currency.
Ours is a fiat currency. It absolutely is. And I completely fucking agree with you. All right. But there's a premise, all right, inside of our currency that separates it from everybody else's. All right. Like, for instance, France couldn't, or Britain couldn't print the amount of money that we fucking print and not have their currency devalued like ours hasn't.
Ours has been devalued drastically. That's why they keep printing more money.
No,
Yeah.
sort of, kind of in a way, but like
No,
prices.
that's
Not sort of,
No.
kind of in a
It is
way.
what's happening. That's what quantitative easing was all about. It's trying to
Shit,
curb
I'm
hyperinflation that will destroy
Uh-huh.
the dollar's
No,
value.
printing money won't solve hyperinflation. That's
No,
not how it's hyper deflation that fucking printing money fucking resolves.
Tom, the more money you have, the less value the dollar has.
Yes, and then if you print more money, it's not going to help.
Exactly. That's why people have been screaming that quantitative easing isn't going to work, but it's what the government and the Federal Reserve
We're
work
not
together and decide to try to
quantitatively
do.
easing anything anymore.
I'm not. Duh. Nobody said
Oh.
we were.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, at the moment, prices have been remotely stable for the past 10 years. I mean, like, as far as like consumer indexes are concerned, like fucking like basic fucking like goods, other than cars and real estate.
Are you saying that it's been remotely stable since we had a recession? Is that what you're since just after the recession things have been remotely stable?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Go ahead.
What you think have things gained? And I mean, like, other than houses and cars, right? Because like, yo, like fucking real estate is going up, and the auto market due to cash for clunkers went up because they killed supply. They killed supply of cars, so the prices of cars have gone up a lot.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
now,
Why? Keep the demand the same, prices will go up.
right?
Economics 101.
Basically.
We're all on the same page here.
Yep.
All right. Now, but as far as like consumer goods are concerned,
Did they burn down a bunch of houses or something?
no, they didn't, because housing has gone up in general.
No.
Just as it, like, yo, there's bubbles in the fucking economy. Like,
No.
I'm not. Oh my god, like, yo, like, seriously, like, yo, I'm not standing here saying that our system is positive or that it's fucking working. All right, I'm saying that our system, as far as consumer goods like groceries and shit, and the amount of money your electricity costs every fucking month, has been pretty stable.
Oof. It's not gone up at all, eh?
What's going up for you?
Everything.
Everything, yeah.
Across the fucking board.
Yo, meat's actually gone down. Over
No.
here.
It
has. Like, yo,
hasn't.
it was $4 a
National-
fucking pound for fucking hamburger, like 3-4 years ago.
It's still
but-
$5 a pound here.
No, it's only like $2.75 here.
Oh, how are you calling that stable though? Because it peaked in 2015. How is that stable?
Averages.
Oh my god!
I'm running with averages.
You
but I'm saying-
cannot use averages to predict stability. It's a fucking average.
I
It's
gotta go, guys.
I'm saying it went up and then it came back down. Like, yo, but I'm saying, like, it's like been remotely, like, yo, it never went to $5 a fucking pound here. It only went to like fucking like $3.75.
Then you
at the
guys have
top.
state sanctions or something that are you guys are subsidies that are controlling the value, because everywhere else there has been a drastic increase in meat price by like close to 40% over the last 6 years because of the major drought in Texas.
Yeah, we
And
haven't
California,
really suffered
surprise,
that.
surprise.
Another beef place, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't suffered that over here.
That's from state subsidies. So you
So
can't look
wait.
at
I don't know. We have a lot of beef supply over here.
So
That's not gonna
what
work.
are you talking about, a national average on beef prices then? Because you're saying you're giving me local prices and then you're telling me that it's stable. So
I'm saying shit has remained remotely stable other than real estate
Whoa.
and housing and real estate, housing, and fucking the auto market, which
When-
I think is horrible, and I rail against this on a regular basis. But sorry, I'm fucking burping. But fucking the amount of fucking money, where am I at? Fucking what, man? I'm derailing my train of thought at the moment. Fucking the stability of our fucking market and the amount of money that it costs to survive without housing and vehicles, because vehicles the government absolutely fucked up, and housing I think is a bubble that's economically fucking based, and it's part of the fiat currency problem. And there's a lot of shit like Social Security, Medicare, and fucking pension funds that are fucking, you know what I mean, failing as well because of this shit. Like
because the assumption that the debt was going to get paid wasn't fulfilled.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we bet more and more on it, like there was futures, and I don't know, man.
Well, you actually know what the math was on that?
Which math?
No, I don't have the math in my pocket right now.
No, like I did videos on the math on this. Like fucking like, yo, I looked it up. Like fucking they bet that if they fucking funded it like whatever 20, 25%, whatever they funded it back in like the 70s and 80s, they said if we get 12% returns the rest of the time, all these will be solvent on the fucking bonds.
No. No, we actually don't have enough money to cover the debt we're supposed to pay. There just isn't enough in existence right now.
No, they bet that they would get 12% returns.
Well, they bet wrong.
How the hell could you assume that 12% return is going to happen on anything?
Yeah, they're fucking retarded. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what they did. You know, I mean, they got so bad in Illinois last year that they actually had the Powerball lottery lead because they were handing out IOUs for the lottery winners.
Ideal stability.
Like, I feel you. I feel you. You know what I mean? But fucking like, I'm saying that it's not the petrodollar status remotely protects our currency, and the world reserve currency protects our currency. Like, yo, can I at least get that much out of y'all? For fuck's sake.
No, because that's not the basis for the entirety of our fiat currency. It's not the petrodollar. The petrodollar is only one aspect of our fiat currency. Debt, futures, and trade are the basis for our fiat currency. Yes, oil helps us create that trade, but oil is not the only thing we trade in it. It is not the largest thing we trade in.
Yep.
All right.
Also, just so you know, China can and does sell their debt.
Yeah, but they don't sell anywhere near the amount of fucking money that we do. And they buy more of our debt than fucking they sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's yeah. It's like we trade in debt.
And I mean, they buy more of our debt than they sell.
Exactly. I know, right?
You know, fucking.
I feel dumber than I started before this stream.
I think we're all starting to feel a little dumber now. Where are the drugs?
I am partaking, actually, right now.
Oh, yeah, you have to during this. I mean,
I'm sober. That was my mistake. That's where I went wrong, guys.
Tom, who runs the banks?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Banks. They're fucking shareholders run the goddamn banks.
Who are they shareholders?
I don't know, people.
It doesn't start with an R.
The Rothschilds?
No, I'm not, yo, like, seriously. Like, yo, I'm not getting into that bullshit. That's not real.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I do think we have some people that are manipulating money behind the scenes. In fact,
no doubt.
There's a certain person who's wanted in several nations for monetary manipulation, and he just avoids those places. But we can't talk about that because then you're a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. Well, hey, so another thing is like GE, they trade currency and manipulate currency constantly. Like it's actually speculated that most of their income is now derived from trading currency that more so than actually making any products.
GE, like General Electric.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah, it's sort of crazy, right? Like, so you have to ask yourself, essentially what they're doing is they're stealing value from other countries, right? They're not stealing currency; they're stealing value at that point. And
well, to be fair, other countries don't need value.
Well, but they also do it to us.
Yeah, and see, that's a problem.
Yeah.
No bad tactics, only bad targets.
Fair enough. So
don't touch me. Pull all the shitty stuff you want.
Okay.
Yeah, GE is a publicly traded corp, and you can tell what they trade and buy or buy and sell. That's absolutely correct.
Didn't they just get rid of a couple companies or some shit?
I don't know about anything recently. I've been
They got
focusing
rid of
on
their
some other things.
appliance. Yeah, they got rid of their appliance division and something else here recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's not like they were making money off of their appliances. They hadn't built anything worth buying for quite a while now.
Well, not only that, you have the retail apocalypse going on right now.
Well, that's because our money was manipulated by quantitative easing.
I know our money was manipulated by quantitative easing. It's a lot of things, and on top of that, the middle class was hollowed out during the last fucking recession. Like there's a lot of shit in fucking play. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to fucking state about the petrodollar status, and y'all are acting like it don't fucking exist.
It's just part of our money. It's not.
Yeah, y'all are trying to act like that shit don't exist.
No,
No, that's
what
not it.
we're
Sorry.
saying is that it's not the whole fiat currency. It ain't. It's I mean, it's a good portion, but it is not the whole basis for a fiat currency.
No, it's not, but it protects our fucking currencies. Where the fuck I'm at? Man?
But
you know what I mean?
that's what you said originally.
Yeah, it protects our fucking currency.
No.
Doesn't it?
You said it was the basis for the fiat currency.
Yo, our currency is based off of fucking.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, we're the world reserve currency. That's why we can fucking continue to fucking. Everybody thinks we'll pay our fucking. Everybody thinks we can pay our shit. All right, because of the fact that we're the petrodollar status. That's why we're the world reserve currency. That's what the world reserve currency is. That's why we're the world reserve currency. That's why. That's what it means. It means you have to fucking trade your fucking oil in goddamn dollars. For fuck's sake.
But that's because we have the most purchase power.
The people would like to hear from the cricket.
Yes, they would.
Cricket
As the one true voice of the cricket, I'd like to inform you all that he's just sitting over there laughing at Tom.
Yo, cricket likes me. It's already been stated in the motherfucking chat. It's part of the lore at this point.
The cricket has been a bigger part of this stream than I think anyone but Tom.
There you go.
Yeah, he's also made quite a few better points than Tom. So
no, he has not, you bitch. What points have you made, Schmeckle?
Oh no, not me. The cricket.
What points have you made?
He just seems to have a good grasp on economics. So I'm saying.
I'm sitting here having an advanced economic theories class on fucking YouTube at fucking 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the goddamn morning.
You think this is advanced?
Yo, this is pretty advanced as far as the fucking average fucking person's goddamn concerned.
Yeah, I know that when I spend my money, I have less, and when I make my money, I have more.
And shit always be costing more. God damn it!
Exactly. That's my grasp of economics.
Communism now. Hammer and sickle. Let's do it, guys. We can do real communism. It'll work.
No, we'll make it work this time.
We'll make it work. It's cool. Everyone share things.
You don't need to own stuff. That's not human nature. No, ignore that feeling.
Now, owning things is for fascists. You should understand that by now.
Exactly.
And bash the bash, yo.
Those dirty goose steppers like Count Dankula.
Man, that motherfucker has the biggest, most embarrassing tattoo right on his fucking chest.
You know, right? Oh.
Yeah, he is the guy who went to fucking court for Nazi jokes with a big ass fucking communist tattoo.
Yo, Victor, a lot of the chat fucking agrees with me, home. So y'all can all eat a dick. I got this. I'm good. Yo, I'm not wrong about shit. I just don't know how to argue this point.
I think it's maybe a little bit of both.
I just don't know how to argue these points because I haven't been doing it really long. You know what I mean? Because I'm not fucking arguing these goddamn points on a regular basis.
Oh man, I don't think Big Fat Brian or Tama are arguing these points on a regular basis either.
They do, and they went to fucking school and they working this shit. Look at this. He said Tom's
Dude, I
actually
didn't
right
go to
on
school for
what-
economics.
on
I didn't go to
what-
school for economics either.
Yo, Tom's actually right on most of what he said. Look at this shit, man. Yo, this is what I'm saying. Like, yo, I know shit. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here.
That guy
reading shit.
doesn't even know what fucking sound an M makes. Fuck that guy.
Yo, Psycho, you want in this bitch, bro? Like, yo, somehow get a hold of me. I'll send you a goddamn link. Come help me the fuck out. You know what I mean? I'm getting double teamed by these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because they think they
Over
fucking
here,
smarter than me.
I'll
'Cause of how
duck
I
out
talk.
for you.
Yo, I don't
I
want
don't
you to
think
duck
you're
out.
smarter than me, Tom. I don't think I'm smarter than you. I think
Yo,
I just have a different understanding of the situation,
Classism.
and that's fine.
it's classism. Is what the fuck this is? It's classism.
That's
She has
right.
dreadlocks. She's probably not richer than you.
Classism. God damn it. I argued physics with an individual who legitimately went to school for fucking that shit
Mhm.
earlier. Yeah, legit.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm not gonna win that argument. Yo, I'm gonna try and hold my own and learn something.
Yeah, but Tama went to school for music theory, and Big Fat Brian went to be a cook.
No, that was actually
Well,
one of the
that's
few
not-
features I didn't have.
Sure, we'll let that be fact.
Yeah, right. Sure.
I guessed.
I'm okay with that. Just let it be.
Yo, hurry up, Psycho. Get high as you need to get home. Come on here, and I'll let you go hard. I don't give a fuck. I'll give you the goddamn link. Ace, nigga, like, yo, why are you not over here watching me, bro?
They've been playing Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, yay.
No, Tom, we're not saying you're wrong or anything like that. We're just saying we're looking at it differently.
I'm saying he's wrong.
Yeah, there's a
You're part
couple
the
of
fascists.
things.
Yo,
Look,
There were
you're
some
fucking
things
fascist.
you're wrong about. We aren't trying to tell you you're fucking stupid. We're
Yeah,
trying to give you the information.
I was trying to say he was stupid.
Yes, but you're mean.
and also like the audience
To be
isn't
fair,
wrong when
I
they
would
say
say he's stupid too.
yeah. The audience isn't wrong when they say a lot of what he has said is true, but also some of the things he said are not accurate.
Also
Yeah.
untrue.
Yo, somebody come help me the fuck out on one of y'all motherfuckers.
Somebody get in here at the fucking speed of light now.
Quickly,
At the speed of light. It's a constant. Fuck me. It's not equivalency.
I'm gonna hop out. I don't have all night tonight, so Thug
Where
Life,
my
guys.
chocolate bacon?
Job life,
it's,
baby.
It's here for you, baby. You know, wrapped around those
Just got sexy.
golden
I need everybody
golden
to leave right
gingery
now.
nipples. You know,
Go
It's all
do your thing,
salted for
Butter
you.
God.
You like that, Brackus?
Mm. The Butter God does speak.
Exactly. The butter god does speak. Thug Life, guys.
Job life. I try to say you're dumb, Tom. We just have a difference of opinion and information bases. I ain't trying to say you're dumb, so get over it.
Man, look home. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I be fucking trying to argue from the best I motherfucking can come from inside of my brain hole. All right?
That explains why you were doing so bad.
Brain hole.
I ain't stressing shit, man. But, yo, I come in, I get it the fuck in, I do what I do, I be entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I keep motherfuckers in
Who
here.
gave Tom the shovel?
Yo, eat a dick, you bitch ass nigga. Right? You know what I mean? I do my thing. Yeah.
Sneaky suspicion it was a certain furry everybody knows about.
A certain bird, what?
Furry.
A certain furry who's been
Oh.
sitting here fucking very quietly goading Tom on.
Yo, help me out, niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all want to come in here and get it in. Do what the fuck. you do.
Brockus, I got good news for you. I heard she fucks bunnies.
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
Oh my god, no.
Little Bonnie Foo Foo.
I want to blow my brains out.
You gonna get it in there, Brockus? You gonna hammer it out like a bunny with your one arm?
No,
Do it.
You can pull her hair with your one arm and shit, man.
no.
Grab a hold of those ears and shit.
She's best girl. You don't want to pull her hair. She might freak out.
The lore that has been building with me and her in the chat is just awful. I don't know what to think of any of it.
Oh
I like
yeah,
it when
I've
you
heard
know
on a
what-
regular basis she dresses up as you and goes and fucks guys in bunny outfits.
Yeah, that's the part that's like that. It got so much worse when I read that. I was just like, I don't I don't know what life is anymore. What is reality? Are we even breathing?
Reality would be that sentence I just said, Ruckus.
No, that's I don't want that to be reality in the slightest.
Yeah, you don't get to say no, Brockus. If a non can't say no, what the fuck would you think you can?
That's different, and that's to Samaj.
Well, you know what? She's, for all you know, she looks exactly like a female Samaj.
I kind of actually know what she looks like, but not really, in the face at least.
She looks exactly like female Samaj. That's the story we're sticking with.
She doesn't.
Anyway, we're gonna shut the fuck down. Brockus, do the male Samaj thing.
Tonight, everybody you've seen here has actually been on the stream. Atem of the Hun, Tom Pnoid from Pnoid News, the Unapologetic Canadian, aka Leaf, myself, Schmeckel. We also briefly had Big Fat Brian, and I swear there was somebody else. Apathetic Ranter.
Not presented here tonight was Scooby. Clean your cocks, clean your cunts. Praise be to Sniggles. Always praise the goddamn cricket. And
Yo, my channel's in the description, motherfucking like, yo, come sub, bitches.
Yeah, do that. And then kill yourselves because you're subbed to Tom P.